Session 60. Continuing through the maze, Guin pushes past the seal, allowing everyone through. Korrah drops down as a wound forms on her leg. A memory forces through, with a voice calling for help, watching herself as a young child struggle from a guard before a vine drags her and she cuts herself free, an R being consumed by the grove, and then a knife and bloodied hand. Once she comes out of the memory, Aaron and Guin reassure her before pressing on. Guin sees the goddess flash across her mind as she continues forward, the word protect continuing to chant. They see a maze wall shift into healthy briars as they go down the corridor before hearing protect us, set us free. The briars melt away as they drop into the K2 courtyard. Guin sees she received a new, healthy seed from the goddess. While Aaron seems hesitant, the lizard tells him they must trust in Gwyn's faith. After some debate, Gwyn plants the seed in the courtyard. They settle for the night, with Gwyn sleeping in the courtyard. The following day, Gwyn harasses the lizard about their bathhouse. Later, Gwyn and Korrah talk about Korrah's memory and Gwyn's action in the maze. They hug and apologize to each other. Asterope delivers them a report that the new Venethread Republic has taken over Israel and killed the Legate Vigor. Aaron, Krikri, and Feliccs go to town, where Krikri heals a sickly artist. Back at the smithy, Krikri sees an ashen sculpture in the fire. Korrah tells the party about the report and passes the news on to the heralds. With Gwyn and Korrah's help, Krikri realizes he needs to go to the location in the fire and hurries to get Aaron's assistance. And that's where we left off.
Very good. So, when last you left off, you were in the keep. What would you like to do?
Aaron was coming to help, right?
Yeah. So you guys are... It's the next morning, I assume, at this point. You guys are in Aloctu's K2. You've taken your long rest. The ashen sculpture within the forge of the tabletop mountain, the plateau, and the tall, spiraling cinder cone mountain next to it still sits within the forge. You know, the little fire's burning gently around it. What would you guys like to do?
I want to look at it.
Okay, you look at it. What are you looking for?
I want to know if I recognize, like, if not, like, the specific, like, formation, and, like, what, like, general, like, area it could be in, like, where is it, like, what region is it from?
Make a history check for me.
My first roll of V3! 19?
19? You vaguely recognize it. It definitely came up in your studies at one point or another. With a 19, you recognize what you figure that this is probably what is referred to as the Anvil and Chimney, which you know is a pair of mountains. But you don't remember many details beyond that. It wasn't really integral to your studies. So you recognize it. And you know that if you were to go back and research it, you could probably find out more. Just off the top of your head, you can't remember too many details about it.
Do I know, or do I remember where the anvil is from? Or do I just, like, know, like, oh, like that's what it is?
It's not within Venethread Imperial territory. You know that much. It is a ways away.
And if I say the name to Krikri, does Krikri recognize it?
Krikri, you would not recognize it, no.
You're calling the ash thing the anvil?
The Anvil and Chimney.
Anvil and Chimney?
Yeah. It's because it's sort of what it looks like. It's a tabletop mountain, like an anvil, and what appears to be like a very tall, spiraling mountain next to it, so they call it the Anvil and Chimney.
Could it possibly be, like, sort of like a power source like for the forge or like something that the forge created?
You're not sure. Have to do a little bit further research, you figure.
To the library.
Sokka?
It's like one of those scenes in like what is it? Like the old oh my gosh, Scooby Doo. It's like to the library and it goes and they go to the library, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Alrighty. Is there a library in Electric Key too?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. You guys head to the library. If your library is in Electric Key 2, my assumption was that the 19 was using the knowledge you had from that library. So you would you would know that there is more access. There would have been more access in a place like Riga, but you figure like the proper library in like Kiel would probably have more information.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to
To the
Kiel,
other library.
Back to Kiel we go, brother.
I suppose I'll ask Kree if, like, this is, like, do we need to, like, go there now? Like, is this, like, an immediate thing, or, like, to Kiel to, like, research and stuff?
No. Nope.
Lizard says no. We should probably, I don't know, come up with some sort of plan for our next step, so.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
To Kiel.
I feel like we should just go to Kiel to research this. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I am of the belief that we should not just, like, be going back and forth, like, willy-nilly, just, like, for one thing, because, like, that costs resources now. So, we should, like, have, like, an actual, like, I don't know, like, if we want to, like, deal with, like, talk to the heralds at all, or, like, do any more, like, campaigning? I don't know, like...
Can we
We already
use...
talked to them, so. What, Shayna?
Can we use our people to, like, go get stuff?
yeah, that's a good point. Can we send a retainer to?
That way we don't have to spend the money to go do things.
Sure,
They
yeah.
spend the money.
We can spend a few days in the Key 2 and send someone down to Kiel and see if they can grab some books for you. It'll probably cost you a bit of money. You'd probably have to spend like, I don't know, 10 gold for travel expenses there, back, plus library fees, plus, you know, whatever else might
Library
come up.
fees? I thought the library was free.
If you're taking a book out of the city, then there's gonna be like a checkout fee, right?
A checkout fee?
That's right.
What kind of garbage? Just buy the book. What kind of garbage is this?
I'm assuming we're back to using the base price for teleportation circle, right?
Correct, and I don't know
Okay,
what that is
yeah.
off the top of my head. It's like 50
gold?
gold or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have gems too if we need them.
Mm,
I don't have teleportation.
Didn't I only give you one? Oh,
I have 2.
2? Okay.
Yep, but I don't have it.
Because you used
Prep.
one.
And you, don't forget, you guys got a major refund on your tavern, so you guys actually have money now. So 50 gold is like basically nothing if you actually want to go there.
We got a refund. I only have 75 gold.
Oh, well, now you should have gotten 1,000 gold on a refund for the tavern, so
Oh
you
my
have
God,
1,075. My bad, sorry.
Nah, it's okay. Now I have it. I only have 75 gold. I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's just send a retainer.
Alright, you can go ahead and do that. So someone spend the 10 gold, and you can hang out in the K2 for a few days while they grab you the book, and then...
I'll spend that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
We could split it if you want to.
No.
George's got cash now. He doesn't need. They don't need to worry anymore.
He is originally said he doesn't need anybody anymore.
How far is Kiel from Fort Winds?
It takes a minute to get
Yeah,
there, right?
it's like decently
Like
far.
2 days or something, isn't it?
Oh no, it's way
No,
further
it was
than
like
that.
Is it
week
way
or
further
two.
than that?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, let me... Alright,
I think it's like a week.
hold the
horse.
phone.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
the
that's
phone.
why we were teleporting so much. It was not just a couple days walk.
Okay, yeah, it's like, so you're going to spend 2 weeks in the K2, which is fine. Let me know what you want to do while you're at the K2 for 2 weeks before somebody gets back with the book.
I don't understand why we don't just go ourselves.
Because that'd be 100 gold for us there and back.
If we're
Is
gonna,
what-
what are we gonna do if we sit around the K2 for 2 weeks versus just going to Kiel?
We have this. Okay, back in perspective, we fought the Huntsman 4 days ago,
Yes.
and we were in Kiel yesterday. So I don't know. It's kind of I'm not saying we have to wait the whole 2 weeks or whatever, but I don't know. It's kind of weird to me if we just keep going back and forth every day.
How about this? How about we just say narratively, you have spent time in the K2, so it's been a few days at the very least. Do you want to do that? In the start of session 3, you left the Grove, spent a few weeks in the K2, and now we're back. Do we want to do downtime? I'm fine with that. You just gotta let me know what you want to do.
I mean, table talk, just out of character. I think it makes sense that Guin wouldn't want to immediately leave this baby grove that she just planted. So I'd be fine with us just chilling for a little bit, but gameplay wise, what do we? I don't know what we're doing. So.
That's up to you guys. Just, let me know what you want to do. I'm fine if you want to hang out. I just don't know. What your intentions are.
All right, we wait around for 2 weeks.
Okay, you wait around for 2 weeks. You get a book. Make a history check.
Anybody need to talk to me? I feel like there were some people who had to talk to me about some shit.
Yeah, do 2 weeks of conversation real quick.
Oh my god.
Do, but I figured we could
I wanted
just
to
talk
do it
about it
while
on
we
the road.
Traveling,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright. Sounds Gucci.
My character's gonna sit and simmer in her anger for a bit, and then we'll have conversations.
I guess over the 2 weeks, Korrah would try to continue to reach out to our connections to get a feel for the new political situation happening in Istarel and stuff. I know we sent out scouts and stuff, but seeing if other people have information about this new Venethred Republic.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and on behalf of your scouts, go ahead and just roll D20 for me. And okay. I don't know, add, what would that be? Probably either insight or persuasion, I would say.
We'll go with persuasion, because that's my best one.
Core's +9.
Pretty good.
Got
it.
It.
+7, actually.
Oh,
this is 23.
23. Yeah, so you do gather quite a bit of information. During your 2 weeks, you do learn that there is the fighting in Kiel has solidified, and the burglar's dream and the slave tenants have barricaded access to the river and are now in active conflict with the merchant guilds, demanding a voice in a new government as the Venethred Republic is promised. You do learn that the Venethred Republic, after the death of the Emperor, formed a new government, and then defeated the royalist army of General Vigor when he arrived. You do know that what you've learned is that their army is particularly effective because they are conscription and they use crossbows, which they don't have to train. You know that they took heavy casualties against General Vigor, but just because of how big they managed to defeat them. You do learn that the Venethrid Republic is spreading Republican propaganda throughout former Imperial territories, attempting to get the lower castes of society on board with our new Republican government that the Venethrid Republic is promising them. And many cities are starting to turn towards this Republican idealism, although there are still plenty of factions that veer towards royalism. There are plenty of factions that are looking to break off from the Venethrid Republic and form their own city-states. It's like a whole political mess, but the Venethrid Republic is very quickly gaining popularity, especially with the lower caste of society.
Okay, you said the merchant guilds are in conflict with who?
The burglars' quarter. So it's the shipping lanes.
Okay.
The workers within like the shipping lanes of Kiel at the port of Kiel and the slave tenants. The slaves emancipated themselves with the help of some of the workers on the docks. And then they've barricaded access to the western side of the city. And there's been like scuffles with both the army, which is still loyal to the emperor, but they're very small, and it's mostly between the Republican government on the western side of town that is like attempting to unseat the long-held power of merchant guilds in the merchant quarter.
Okay, and could Korrah also reach out to the heralds to see how they feel about these developments?
Yeah, absolutely. You get the sense that they're very concerned because it's throwing a wrench into their ability to take over the city. They had anticipated that taking over the city would be relatively straightforward because all they would need to do is win over enough merchant guilds to defeat any political enemies. This runs a lot deeper. This is like they've run into a societal enemy, like an ideological enemy that they don't really know how to deal with. They're not saying, the plan is, kaput, but they're concerned because they're not sure how to deal with it.
Okay. Interesting.
You would also learn from your spy, the thing I forgot to mention, the Imperial Palace that the Phoenix roosted on and burned down is being converted. The courtyard, your spy would have noted, is being built up into factories that have been, not like modern factories, but woodworking factories, basically, that are converting old pieces of buildings, and they're just carving them down into crossbows. And they've been chopping down a lot of trees nearby in an effort to start building ballista.
Okay.
God damn.
This is in Easteril, you said?
Yeah, Easteril. They've converted the palace and public spaces into siege and weapon manufacturing.
So there are no residents. It's just their army.
No, there's still plenty of residents within Easteril.
Oh, okay.
It's just that the palace, which is, as I understand, on top of the hill, has been, now that space has been converted into just building crossbows, building ballista, building bolts, building swords. Your spy would note that they like crossbows because they're very easy to just give to someone, regardless of their training, and be figure it out and let's go. And a lot of the former slaves in Easteril have joined the Republican Army, as well as a lot of the residents. Basically, within Easteril, if someone was not actively within a critical function of society, after the Feliccs attack on Easteril, the propaganda that they gather is that the Republic has been pushing forward this idea that the Empire has been weak and unable to protect them, both from outside enemies, the Natrani, who have been, raiding the northeastern edge of Imperial territory for, months now, basically unhindered, and two, elementals that have just, wiped 2 or 3 cities, I don't remember, or severely damage 2 or 3 cities within Imperial territory. So the ideological push is basically the Empire has done nothing to protect you, but we will, and we will do it by building an enormous army, giving everybody crossbows, and ensuring the safety of our borders.
So everyone that's like in Israel, or I don't know if they've renamed it, but everyone that's there is essentially like part of or joined the Republic.
No, there are still plenty of factions within. You can tell, your spy would be able to tell that royalist sentiment within Israel has been like violently suppressed.
Oh, okay. Are
Yeah.
they like executing people? Or?
They would have executed a number of high officials, yes. But if your common man supports the Republic, they're basically seen as like an outcast, and are sort of frowned upon. And you do know that occasional bouts of like political violence is broken out against royalists.
Okay.
And your letter that you got from what's his name? Lord Josephat Kreisky?
Krisky?
Kreisky?
Yes.
Confirms most of this, but I still
Okay.
am like writing up the actual words.
Yeah, no
I don't
problem.
have it for you
No
yet.
rush.
That's what your spy learns.
Okay. Interesting.
Unless there was anything else specifically you wanted to tell your spy to look for.
No, I think I just wanted a feel for the overall situation.
Sure.
And can we assume that like we all got this information?
Oh, sure, absolutely. You all know.
Yeah, I mean, we probably would have had like a war room discussion about it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you would all know.
Could I have been like continuing to train Juan while we
Sure.
wait?
Remind me again, Juan is your apprentice who is...
He's the
for-
evoker.
The evoker? Oh, that's right, yeah. And I don't remember what you were training him to do. Mainly
I'm
teleport
try-
circle, right?
yeah. I'm trying
Yeah.
to teach him how to cast teleportation circle.
Yeah, you know that he, at this point, he's not quite at that level yet, but he is enthusiastic. And you know that, definitely if you stick with it, you're confident that he'll be able to do it eventually. He's still picking up his skills. You do know that you would probably need to send him like out and about at least a few times in order for him to like pick up some more worldly skills, so he gets like a real sense of how it actually works. But yeah, absolutely. And he's very enthusiastic. He's very grateful for your teachings. Yeah.
I guess I'll say what I was doing during the 2 weeks. Guin would have like constantly been checking on her little baby grove to watch it grow. And she probably at some point in like the next couple days after they got back from the grove, she would have tracked down Bannet, who is our she's the skinwalker, kind of like the druid lady that's with us. And she would have asked her to kind of like keep watch on it while we are gone when we leave and stuff. And she'll probably... So Bannet hasn't been very talkative. They're not a very talkative person. But Guin would have tried to kind of instill like her desire to keep like this grove safe while it's still growing, because it'll be able to protect us later on. So she's like, hey, take care of this whenever we leave. I'm entrusting this to you.
Absolutely. And you guys spend the 2 weeks, off and on sort of trying to identify how the grove grows. You do find that bits of it are beginning to spring up on the outside of the K2, all healthy and green, roses showing, the thorns sort of hidden within. It seems very, honestly, a very welcoming sight. especially coming from the black and bloody visage of the maze. But yeah, it's growing healthy. The little shrub within the Kitu is starting to expand rather quickly. And it looks like it is, you can see where little seeds are starting to sprout up. It looks like it's starting to build up into its own, like a little courtyard maze.
So cute.
It's very
Oh,
cute.
have there been any sightings of any of the elementals?
Not recently, no. After the Phoenix yoinked your kill,
Yoink.
they haven't been heard in the past few weeks, no.
Alright.
The Phoenix has disappeared with the huntsman somewhere.
Deal with that one later.
That's it. Alrighty, anything else anyone wants to do?
I just want Alan to get better.
And you guys train together, especially with Yorick's help as well. And Alan is able to make consistently his little leaf. And Yorick does begin introducing him to some of the like more finer aspects of metalsmithing in general. You watch as Alan goes from a sort of an errand boy within the forge to someone who is like at least semi-competent on all aspects. Yorick has walked him through the crafting process of like a new set of like tongs for the forge, which Alan helped him build, as well as a few new hammers. So Alan is definitely picking things up, and just like Juan is very very grateful for your teachings.
My son.
Alrighty. Anything else anyone wants to do for the next 2 weeks?
Nah.
Alrighty. At the end of the 2 weeks, your retainer does return. I assume you sent... Okay, it doesn't matter who sent it. I don't need to get the name. You sent somebody and they come back with books, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he comes back with a stack of about 6 books that he says that the library was reluctant to part with, but he did manage to convince them. And he says that they contain just about everything he could find on the subject.
Does he have a map?
Yeah, sure. He does.
Of like
including
that
pictures.
specific.
Yeah. Which it's not necessarily marked on a map, but there is a map of Ire.
Ire, yes.
Yeah. I was about to say ear, and I had to stop myself. Alrighty, so do you want to make a history check and see what you can learn?
Yo, can I make one too? I know maps.
Sure.
Me? Wait, who's
Yeah.
me?
I assume you. Are you going to do the looking up?
Please
I
look
assume
for the
so, but I
lizard.
didn't know if Lizard
Damn.
wanted to do it.
Your retainer just fetched the books. So you guys,
No.
we can re-enter proper RP if you would like instead of 2 week downtime.
Ooh, I rolled a 16 plus a 4. So 20. Very dirty.
Wait, you're reading them? I thought I was.
I know maps.
Both reading them.
We're both reading them. Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
I can look
Yeah.
at map. You read stuff out loud and I find on map.
25.
25.
Damn. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna 25.
You do find information on the Anvil and Chimney. You guys are able to learn that the Anvil and Chimney was once a massive temple for the Forge. Probably the Forge's greatest temple of all time, and it has like a legendary status within history. Prior to the Sundering, the Anvil and Chimney had created a few like mythic works. You know that the Karimata Bridge was constructed by the Anvil and Chimney. The bridge that connected Ire with Tuareg through the Straits of Karamita is a big steel bridge that ran between the two continents. That is long since said to have collapsed. You know, much of the work is like legend stuff, so you don't know how much is true. It's also said that the Anvil and Chimney constructed the Guns of Donbei, the trio of these massive cannons that were once said to have reduced the fabled city of Donbei, which is supposed to be where Sinai now stands, on the eastern end of Ire. But after the arrival of the current Pantheon, the Forge fell silent and has entered mythology. You do know, based on that information, that the Anvil and Chimney is somewhere east of Imperial territory and most likely east of the Kubilai Steppe.
And Creek, remind me of where you're from.
From the Aramean desert.
Right, but I guess I'm wondering if you have a more specific. I know you said you roamed a lot. So.
The Aramean desert.
Oh, I mean from the desert. All right. Have you ever been to the Kubilai?
No.
Yep.
I did not know it existed until just now.
So, it sounds like the Forge wants you to discover something there.
Very insightful, Aaron, yes, I believe. But perhaps we are supposed to go over there. Would anyone have any objection? You do not need to come with me on this journey. I do not want to ask anyone to come somewhere.
Oh,
so
we're
far.
coming.
Oh,
Why would you go by yourself?
We're coming nice and hard.
We are a group.
What are you saying?
Felix, I asked that you be silent.
Oh
Guin will kind of speak up a little bit. I didn't even get to ask you guys if you wanted to come with me this last time, so I will go with you.
Yes, the company is good. It's good.
As long as the Forge doesn't trance me into being forced to go.
I do
Gwyn's
not
gonna kind of squint at him for that.
think it will.
Felix looks at Aaron and is like, damn, imagine being mind controlled. Couldn't be me.
Aaron just rolls his eyes at Felix and Gwen.
I put my fist out to Gwen for a fist bump.
She just stares at it.
He fist bumps himself. Good talk.
You're supposed to punch him when he does that.
I know. Cree knows.
Gwen's gonna sock him in the side.
Yeah, like that. Oh god. You're a lot stronger than I remember. I wasn't flexing. Do it again. Oh. And he flexes. Do you punch him again?
No, she just kind of leans back in her chair and rubs her forehead.
Oh, okay.
hang on, I need to check. Okay, so so I feel like I don't. This is like not gonna be helpful. I have a couple like locations of places that we can teleport to. I have the Korrah?
Okay, let me pull up this map here.
The capital of the Queendom of Aurelia. I've got a place in the Baron Ironwoods, Bon Skellig in the Grimmin. And those
Well, we wouldn't go to the Grimmin, that's like...
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, I'm just reading out, this is what I have, like, outside of the Empire. Those are the only...
Didn't we have, or was it not us that had... We got teleported by Bocce somewhere in the desert one time.
Mm-hmm.
That was Ariana, yeah.
Yeah. And I have that one too, but... Oh, yes. I was thinking that was outside the Empire. Yes, we have that one too. Because I took down the coordinates of it.
I don't know, like... So we were randomly teleported to Pontic Steppe when we were sent back from the Feywilds, remember? Would that be an option too?
No, because that's not a circle.
Oh, okay, so you're talking
like we were just like poofed
You're
somewhere,
right.
so
We're in a circle versus teleport. See, I feel like Aurelia's the closest, but we run the risk of being like passing through Empire territory.
Wait, I'm sorry, where do we need to get to on the map? It took me
The
a second.
Kubilai Steppe. It's the steppe now, not tundra.
You know, it's somewhere on the eastern side of the Kubilai Steppe.
Okay.
Yeah.
is the steppe is like the mountain range, or am I misinterpreting?
Wait, what was that?
So there's like the Alte Mountains, right? Above that like big body of water, and then you go down and it says like
Turna.
I don't know.
It's Turna, I think.
Okay. Is the Kubilai Steppe just like that big region that's like to the east of that mountain range right there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So are you saying that like it's in the east of that area, or like it's
correct
east as okay?
I mean, based on proximity, the constructs of legend of the Anvil and Chimney are a bridge across the Strait of Karimata, which is on the eastern side of the continent, the Guns of Danbei, which is where the city of Sinai now stands, which is also on the eastern side of the continent. So you figure, well, it's probably somewhere on the eastern side of the continent, like power of deduction.
But it's not like, it's probably on this continent though, is what you're...
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah,
it's not like...
You gather that it likely is, correct.
Yeah. Okay. So, where is Korrah? Where is Korrah on the map?
Would I be able to point to it on the map? I did roll a 20 on my history.
The specific location? You gather that it is probably on more specifically the southeastern side of the Kubilai Tundra. Whether it is that mountain formation there or somewhere near it, you figure it's most likely that like lone mountain standing there. But again, because it's fallen into legend, there's not specific directions on how to get there.
Should we take the boat?
You absolutely could, yeah.
Because we can't really go east from where we are, because then we'd just be going through the ebb and fall.
You have... I had assumed that you would probably either travel overland or by ship, but if you have a third way that I didn't anticipate,
let
me know.
Underground.
Yeah.
Underground. We're gonna dig the whole way there.
I think either our best options are either by ship or we teleport to Aurelia and travel east.
So, yeah, either we go up the river here and go around through Natrani Sea or we go to Aurelia and go east from there.
Have we ever been to Aurelia?
You guys,
remember you
guys
guys
were
shanked
teleported there.
someone or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't
You
know
were
that
there
was
for
where
a
we went.
night.
We are very familiar with this place, yes.
Yes. Let's go there.
We run the streets.
True.
I don't think you guys were in the capital though.
I don't know where we were.
Neither do I, but let's go there. Why not?
Yeah. But the thing is, if we go to Aurelia, then there's also Empire territory right there, and we don't really know what's going on with the Republic, so
Yeah.
that could be dangerous.
We would be going, like, farther out of, like, Israel's reach, though. So if they're they might mostly just be building up.
That's
their
true.
strength there.
Did we have a teleport circle to Aurelia?
Yes.
But that's as far as we have one.
Yes. The other was in the Grimmin and, what was it?
What was the
Iron
desert
Woods.
one?
And, yeah, the desert one. Ariana.
Where's that?
That's down.
Near the Valley of the Gods, was it?
It's kind of near there, yeah.
So that's not
That's-
helpful.
That's like out of the way. It's the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
I think honestly,
Where are
like,
the Maroon Ironwoods? Does anybody know?
Well, I mean, Table Talk, let's ask Cade.
What's up?
Would travel by ship along the coastline be faster, or would it be faster to travel by land from Aurelia?
You're not certain. You've never been out there, and not many traders go all the way out.
What if we could, like, try to guesstimate?
You estimate that depending on how hard it is to get through the Altai Mountains or the Ponti Mountains, if you're able to do that relatively quickly, then going overland would probably be a little bit faster.
that was actually gonna be what Guin was gonna suggest too. Like if we have this map now, she was gonna say like I think it'd be safer if we went on land. Also, I don't really want to be stuck on a boat for that long.
Naval campaign confirmed.
I may
we-
also get a little bit sick on.
Have you ever
boats.
been on a boat?
No, but I do not want to be on the boat.
You haven't
Oh.
seen our boat!
We have a boat.
To be
Yeah.
on land.
It's a quite nice boat.
The water serpents I do not associate. They are not my cousins.
It's a really good boat. Aaron, not Aaron. Wow. Oh yeah, Aaron. Sorry, I got names confused. Aaron killed somebody on it, and he looks at you and just deadpanned.
So it is haunted. Another reason to not go on the boat.
Do we have anything on, like, the climate and, like, conditions of, like, that mountain range if we were to go over land?
You would know that because it is spring, you would have plenty of access to water via snowmelt. And it would not be bitterly cold. You know that if you were to travel overland, the biggest problem would be the steppe itself.
Okay.
Why do we have to go over the mountains instead of Turna?
But you can go through Turna. The Turna is a forest through like a low mountain range. So you can go through it. It'll just be a little bit more, it'll be lower mountains, but more forested. You can also, cross that lake somewhere or another if you so chose. Lake Altai, we'll call it.
Okay, so that is a lake?
It has a name. Let me message.
Oh, does it? Okay.
It does.
Oh,
Well, Aaron knows the name! What is it?
backstory unlocked.
The Red
Story
Sea.
Lake! Is it a lake, Aaron?
Apparently it's a sea.
Well, it's called the Red Sea, so I've been told.
But
That's
it's not
a
a sea.
sea?
It's not a sea though. It's a lake.
Why is
That's what
why
I'm
is the
told.
Red Sea so much smaller than the
A
Minoan
bunch of
Sea?
people
Maybe it's
died
a
there.
lake, and people were like, "This tastes like the ocean," and so they named it the Red Sea. Even though it's not.
Interesting. Okay.
Korrah's gonna suggest
sure. Red
we
Sea.
go
It is.
through Aurelia and then through Turna.
The forest?
I think that makes more sense than going through the high mountains.
I thought they were both mountains. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you see that, like, the other ones have, like, more points, and this other one's more of, like, a blob.
I see.
Therefore,
Okay.
it denotes trees.
Trees.
Oh, I see.
Do you know if
Oh.
there are any, like, is there, like, a civilization in that forest that's like, you can't pass through us, or, like, is it anything like, I don't know, like the Ebonbald?
I mean, it's not like the Everfall. It's definitely a forest that is not going to literally eat you alive if you enter it.
Is it a
Oh, you never know.
forest? Is there, like, documented?
Oh yeah, there's people that live there.
Ghosts! Because everyone died!
I would like to go by land. I like this plan way better than boat.
Don't get me wrong, like, I love the water, however, I would prefer to travel on land for a while.
Then it sounds like Aurelia is our best option.
Alrighty. You guys can start prepping to head for Aurelia. So, what preparations are you guys making? Anything.
Felix will go to Aaron and ask, do you need me to get ready to teleport as well? Would you like me to prepare that?
I can do it, it's fine.
Okay.
I need to show on how it's done.
Okay, and I'll just give you my gems then for then. Take them.
How many? You just give me
2.
one or
The 2 that I have.
I have the gems.
Sick.
Alrighty, you have the gems.
Are we gonna need water breathing or some shit? Do I need to prep that?
Oh
He looks
gosh.
at you all.
Oh, well, we won't be at the water quite yet.
Okay, sounds good.
I imagine it'll take a few days to even get near that body of water.
We won't need to travel through it, though.
Should we perhaps disguise ourselves when we go to Aurelia? Do you think... I don't know. Do you think they would know of our standing in the Empire? And bring negative attention to us through that, or...
I don't see why it would. Aurelia does not like the Empire, neither do we.
I don't think that's necessary.
I can disguise us all if you want. It just burns
No.
the spell slot.
No offense intended to any of you wonderful-ish people. I do not think that you are quite famous enough yet to warrant disguising yourself.
Georgia's speaking facts right now.
Gwen's just standing there like, I mean, I'm not denying it. Like, I don't think we need to.
Can I visit Alan before we leave?
You can, yeah. Hello, sir. Stands at attention.
Ah, yes, very good, Alan. You may be at ease, young sir. Is Yorick here also?
Sure.
I have a special gift for you, Alan. And you can help me in this decision on what you want. I would like to make your very own, very special thin hammer.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Do you understand the importance of this, Alan?
Not really, sir.
Ah. Well, someday you will. When I was smaller than I am now, I was taught how to make my very own first hammer. And it was the worst thing I have ever made. But that is why I am making yours, so that it will be perfect. And you will make many good things later.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I am going to be traveling a little bit. And I am entrusting, and he's going to look at Yorick, you two both take care of this forge. With every beam.
Absolutely, we will do that. Did you want us to work on anything while you were gone?
Well, I don't know if we've gotten any commissions lately, but you can just work on perfecting your skills, and you can work on any special projects if you want to, but nothing stupid expensive, please.
Well, we're going to take a peek around town, see if we can't build up some rapport with some people down there.
Very good. Get some customers. I like it. Yes.
He's gonna start shooing them out of the forge so that he can make Alan's hammer.
Okay, you shoo them out of the forge.
Okay. I would like to do the artisan blessing ritual.
Okay.
And make him a super, super fancy hammer that can also be a simple weapon.
Ooh, okay.
As soon as you start doing that, I'm gonna roll on the wild magic table to see if it's below 15% chance.
Ooh, do it.
No, 53. You're good. Nothing crazy happens.
Dang it.
Alrighty. So you go ahead and craft this ornate hammer. What does it look like?
It has a lizard that wraps around
Okay.
the handle. It's just, I don't know. I want to look up simple weapon hammers. I don't know what they are. Wasn't fully prepared for this. Okay. It's a light hammer. Okay.
That's how I feel constantly.
He makes a light hammer. It's just like very, very ornate with lots of like little like etchings, and there's the aspects of the forge have been etched into 3 of the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the very bottom, he scratched in Alan's name. And and he also did his trademark, the Iron Lizard, like made by the Iron Lizard. It's like a made in China sticker, but it's like made by.
Sure, yeah. You go ahead and make this. You have the on the like the hitting face. You have the etching of the salamander's open mouth. On the top, the bust, the visage of the Ashen Lady, and on the rear face, the bust of the, that was his name, the father? Oh god, I gotta remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, the father. And then on like the on like the top, you've got like a little etching made by the Iron Lizard. And the lizard like wraps around the handle and sort of like moves ever so slightly to act as almost like a knuckle guard, so it still gives good grip that you can like move your hand along to like gain greater and lesser power. But yeah, you go ahead and craft this ornately etched hammer and have Alan's name on it as it sits to cool within the forge.
just gonna chill then.
Alrighty.
That's all I had to do.
Alrighty. You can go ahead and leave it for him and go back to prepping and doing what have you. Anything else anyone wants to do?
Korrah will instruct our executioner to keep like a strict training regimen with like our cavalry, and to also have like a guard rotation around, just to focus on more of like the defensiveness of our area rather than like we're just like keeping things safe.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll also tell Asterapi to contact them via diplomat's pouch if there are any issues while they're out,
Yeah, absolutely.
And she'll also tell Bannet to continue helping, like, the people in town with, like, their crops and stuff, because that was something she was doing before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so you talk to the executioner. He agrees to shore up the Kitu's defenses. And you talk to Bannet, who agrees that in between caring for the grove, we'll go make sure that crops are, growing properly after the chaos of the Phoenix and the Huntsman.
Mm-hmm. Then, she told us Asterapi to write to them, but like that's kind of a given,
Okay, yeah.
I guess she'll send out scouts to continue gathering information.
Sure. He'll indicate that if anything significant comes up, he'll pass that info along to Asterapi so it can get to you guys via the diplomat's pouch.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And also, we'll all get rations, I assume.
I would assume so. Go ahead and keep track of how many of those you guys get.
How much are they now?
It's 5 silver per ration.
How many days do we think it's gonna take to get over there?
I mean, a month.
I apparently have 25 rations. I don't
Those
think
are
we've
so nasty by now.
Like, do I need to sell them and get new ones? Like,
No,
I assume that rations are like MREs, right?
Yeah, MREs never
Yeah.
go bad. It's just hard
Jerky
tack and jerky.
well, okay, so like,
Biscuits.
here's the thing. Like, we're getting rations, but like, whenever we find stuff that's like actually viable to like cook, like more fresh, Guin's gonna cook it on the way there. She's the dedicated like cook of our party at this point. So, can I get like some non-rations as well to cook for us at the beginning?
I mean, yeah, I would say you can flavor them however you want. Just functionally mark them as rations, I would argue.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long do we think this might take, I guess?
Okay, well, apparently from Alaktu's Kitu to Kiel, I thought it was like a day or two. Lamau, I forgot it was like a whole week. So this is going to be like
a month-long
this
trip.
is like a multi-month journey you're looking at.
Well, I was gonna buy a month's worth to start.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some more then.
So, 1 gold is 10 silver.
Correct,
So that's
yes.
2 rations.
So a gold will buy you
Yeah.
2 days worth of rations.
Alright, guys. I got 35 rations, so if someone is
You got
lame and didn't get
35?
enough, I have some extra.
I have
I will-
37.
Oh gosh! I have 8 years worth of rations, Kate. Let's go.
Let's go, brother.
I've also got
I-
some pudding.
Also have the Outlander background.
Oh, that's actually super, super useful. What does that do?
I can find food and fresh water for up to 5 people a day, provided that the land is not just like barren.
Okay, so that'll help you until you hit the step.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah, I
so
was
until we
like-
get to the spot we're trying to get to.
So we are not eating our rations until we get to the step. I don't want to see anyone snacking on jerky. It's a little peckish.
Korrah eyes
It's a-
Felix in particular.
You know, fair. it's about
Meanwhile,
what?
Gwyn's like putting a piece of jerky back in her bag.
So it's like what, 15 gold for 30 rations? Then is that how the math works out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
right.
Great. I got rations, baby.
Very good.
Can we assume that like our mounts are summoned like the day before we leave?
We'll do it. Well, you're teleporting. Are we gonna have too many mounts?
Oh yeah, is there?
If you're using teleport circle, you should just be able to take your mounts through it.
I think so. Yeah.
What? I can.
There
take
is
it
a
now?
limit on it's 8 people, isn't it? Or creatures?
Reading the spell.
Because that would be fine because Korrah hasn't summoned hers yet. So then we have Camel, Raiden, and Kimaretti.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we summoned all of them beforehand, we wouldn't be able to take
It
everything
doesn't have a
down.
limit.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's just
It doesn't have a limit? Oh.
It does not.
Is there something else that's a teleport thing that's 8?
Yeah.
Because I remember
Just
Yeah,
that
that's
somewhere.
teleport.
teleport. It's the
Teleport,
spell
yeah.
teleport, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, you guys...
Wait,
What?
should I should I bring Diggy or do I leave him here?
No, bring Raiden. He's gonna die if you bring him.
No! Right before we leave, Gwyn like hugs her stupid lizard and is like, "I'm sorry, I
Hugs
have
her
to leave
stupid
again."
Alright,
All right, let's go.
You give Diggy a hug.
You give Diggy up.
Lizard twitches his tail uncomfortably.
Since you guys haven't actually seen Korra's whole mount yet, because it was only summoned as like a ram when we went in the huntsman fight. Korra will bring her mount to the teleport circle, and you guys see, Natu is the mount's name. The mount is a cross between a deer, an antelope, and a lion.
What
So
the
it
fuck?
has a deer. It has the head of a deer, and you notice it has a noticeably like thick coat of fur like around the neck, so like a lion's mane. And then the horns. It has like multiple branching horns like a deer would, but they spiral when they go back. And the front legs shaped like a deer's, but they have lion's paws, and then the back ones are hooves, and then they have a lion's tail. The color scheme is his main coat is white, he has a dappled back of gold, and then the mane and the fur around the feet and the tip of the tail are also gold. The horns are also gold, and the horns and the dappled spots on his back like glow like a light gold, like you see like sort of like an aura around them. And he has green eyes, and he has a sun symbol on his forehead.
That was so much information.
You're welcome.
Mara as your mount.
Deuce just goes,
I'm assuming
sick.
it's Faye. Aaron.
What?
I'm assuming it's Faye.
I guess. I didn't really think about that.
The spell is either
Yeah.
Fae or Fiend, so
It would be Faye then.
Alrighty.
Wait, so it has hooves on the back feet?
Hooves on the back feet, paws on the front.
is it Celestial or Fae? Actually, I didn't realize Celestial was a type. For this
Oh,
one.
is it?
It's
Oh
Celestial.
yeah,
Fae.
yeah, Celestial, Fae, or Fiend. I
Raiden
guess
is Fae.
Celestial probably then.
We got all three then.
Very good. Alrighty. You guys summon your mounts and begin to draw the teleport circle for the capital. Really?
Yes, the capital of Kramara.
Alright, so you
I'm
tell
gonna
me.
make sure Juan is watching us. It's like, pay attention.
Alright, Juan watches intently, and as you draw the symbols necessary, go ahead and subtract your 50 gold worth of materials to cast spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys go ahead and emerge from the teleport circle inside what appears to be the town's sort of like main hall by the looks of it. You can see it's a relatively low building. You can see the roof is not super high like you're familiar with within the great arching like stoneworks of imperial buildings. Everything seems to be made out of wood. You can see some of the paint is beginning to chip ever so slightly, but it doesn't look cheap. It just seems to give it like a charm of like a wet lowland place, like a very temperate climate. As you guys go ahead and emerge, you are greeted by someone at a for like this long sort of desk that sits in the front of this building. And he greets you and is like, "Oh, hello. I don't think I've ever seen you guys before."
Hello, we are a group of travelers. We go by Alaktu.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm just the guy who runs the teleportation circles here, so apologies, I wasn't getting any notifications. Where are you coming from?
Oh, fuck.
We are from Alaktu's Kitu.
I can't say I'm familiar with it, but it is nice to meet you. And he'll sort of extend his hand towards you. My name's Perry. It's nice to meet you.
Korrah. And she'll shake his hand.
Well, is there anything that I can tell you about this place? You're looking for something in particular?
Mostly just passing through, but if you could tell us anything about the area, we would be grateful.
Oh, sure. About this time of year, it's going to be if you're just passing through and looking to go, out and about, just be advised it's going to be a little wet. Maybe get some rain boots. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be sticky. That's just how it goes.
Lizard's face turns so sour when he's like, "It's gonna be wet," and he's like, "Oh my god."
It's a little wet.
What's his name again?
Perry.
Harry.
Perry.
Guin kind of looks down at like her boots, and then she looks over at Aaron's because he's always like a baby about them getting dirty.
Bro, I just cleaned these. My hair? I just did my hair.
Whoa.
Does he have any information about like where we could maybe get like a more local map?
No, he doesn't. I don't have a map. Wow.
How have things been within the city?
I've been very well. We are just approaching the early harvest stages, so be careful. If you have allergies, it's going to be kind of rough out there.
Fuck.
I thought you had a dust allergy.
Allergies are all the same, Aaron.
That is not true.
Dust, pollen, whatever the fuck, okay?
But I don't know where Alaktu's Kitu is, so I'm not sure what you're familiar with, but it is always pleasant to see travelers passing through, so, I'm just going to pass along my goodwill to your journey. Hope things go well for you, and if you want to come back, well, it's a wonderful place here. It gives you like a smile. Customer service smile.
Do you have any cool stores?
Oh, certainly. We are right up on the coast of the Minoan Sea, so plenty of things come up from the desert.
Cool.
If we are to teleport here again, should we be sending correspondence first?
Not necessary, no. Usually the people that do, though, are... teleporting is a little expensive, so they usually want, certain accommodations. So I'm surprised you guys don't want certain accommodations, but, if that's what you want, then I can just guide you on your way.
Accommodations such as what?
We usually direct people along the thoroughfare down to our sort of main hotel on the seafront further down. Plenty of merchantmen come through here fairly often.
Are we on the coast?
Yes. You head outside the building and turn south, walk maybe 4 blocks, and you get a good view of the sea.
How far from the eastern border are we?
The eastern border of us?
Aurelia.
Aurelia? You'd probably have to walk about 2 or 3 days. Maybe like 60 miles away.
Anyone else have any questions?
Nope.
Well, thank you for the information, Perry. It was nice meeting you.
It's nice to meet you too. And he will go back to his work, and you guys step outside.
Lizard is going to sprint 4 blocks south to see the sea.
Yeah, as you guys step outside, it is a relatively tightly packed. It's the capital city, but you can see that it is a very low, sprawling city. You gather you've left out of like a main building, which as you leave appears to just be a 2-story wooden building. You can see that many of the buildings nearby are at most 3 to 4 stories tall, relatively small. Lots of newly greened deciduous trees with flowers, plenty of the bright hues of tulips and sunflowers sort of like dotting the side of the road. Not sunflower, dandelions, I apologize.
It's like sunflowers.
Dandelions is what I meant. Tulips and dandelions lining the road in little gardens. The road is cobbled, so it's not particularly muddy here. And there are a number of people going out about their business. Open windows indicating shops nearby. You can see further off to the south there, the economic buildings end and houses begin. You can see many of them have what are they called? Widows' balconies? What are they called? The platforms on the top of the house that like gets you up onto the roof and gives you a view of the sea. And as you head down, the flowers of the trees begin to drop behind you, and you can see ahead of you the gentle waves of the Minoan Sea. Warm this time of year, as you know. Cree. And this is where you find yourself. So
it's like a warm rain? Is it like muggy or?
It's not like hot at the moment. It is still somewhat temperate. It is definitely warmer than where you came from, for sure. But it's still like comfortable. But it is slightly humid, yes. And you can, definitely smell the salt in the air and sort of feel it clinging to you in the sea breeze.
You said there's a bunch of tulips around. Are they like in gardens, or are they just like on the side of the road?
Yeah, they're like little maintained gardens that like line the road. And you can see there are plenty of like oak trees that are planted alongside the road that grow taller than the buildings in many places.
We step out of the building and Guin is just like, flowers! She kind of like runs over to them.
You guys run over to the flowers. They smell nice. They have lots of bees.
Oh gosh.
Very cute.
Is it actively raining?
No, not at the moment, no. It does appear at this point to be sunny. You can see that there are a few wispy clouds over the ocean. Far, far in the distance, off to like the southwest, you can see like a very dark cloud bank. But it's hard to tell which way it's moving. It is bright, sunny, happy. You can see, both leisure boats and commerce ships sort of in the ports and at anchor out in the harbor, sailing around. Small, 20-foot sailboats, 1 to 2 people on them.
How far from the shore are we?
If you were to continue walking, probably another like quarter mile, you'd probably get to the coastline. You're like ever so slightly up on a hill. It is relatively flat here.
Okay. What do you think of the sea? Viashino?
So, very, very pretty. But also very nauseating, but oh, it is very pretty.
What kind of beach does it look like? Is it rocky or is it sand?
It's sand. You can see that there do seem to be specifically constructed stone jetties in a few points to like break up the waves towards the entrance of the like harbor a little bit off to your west. But other than that, it's like sandy beaches.
Is it like more so like docks and ports, or is there like a spot where like just normal people can go like hang out on the water?
Oh no, there's plenty of places for you to hang out on the water. If you were to go out to the west a little bit, there does seem to be an entrance to what looks like a major river, and that's where most of the jetties and docks are set up. But where you guys are, straight ahead of you, the coast is just, sandy beaches. You'd have to go west maybe like a mile and a half to actually get into the port part of Krivara. Krivara? What is it? Krivara.
What I'm hearing is that this is where we're coming for our beach episode in the future.
Our last beach got blown up, so we'll do it here.
After like looking at the flowers, to kind of like look over at the water, into the lizard and the rest, and she's like, "Do we have time to go down to the waterfront before we leave?"
Lizard's gonna like stare to the east for a while and like glance back at Guin and then yell, "The last one there has to buy me dinner," and he's gonna like sprint.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna swing up onto my mount and race you to the water.
Korrah's gonna follow.
Absolutely cheated. Kree, you take off, and then with galloping hooves, Guin rockets by you.
Korrah's gonna get on her mount and like ride up to Kree and like be like, "Hop on, let's like beat her."
I'm gonna hop on.
Let's go.
It's just like bye.
Your camel's slow.
I just walk.
Felix is walking with the camel.
You guys take off and race to the beach. I guess Korrah and Guin roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Alright. Oh,
No, this is not good.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh my god. I got 6.
Kind of awkward. You guys make it down to the shoreline where you find that does seems to be like a wooden fence, and you guys are like giving pause for a moment, like, hold on a minute. You guys kind of faff about on like the main like thoroughfare, or the promenade rather, that runs along the beach, before you find an entrance. Korrah, you find it first and start like fumbling down the stairs on your mount before you make it onto the sands. They are cool sands, not particularly warm, but up in the you can feel the warmth off like the top layer, and as soon as you like step down onto them, like you can start to feel they get a little bit colder once you get past like the sun-baked elements of them. But you find yourselves on the beach of Krivara.
Is it pretty busy or more mellow or in between?
It's pretty mellow. You do see that there are some beachgoers out and about. It is, after all, a nice day, and there's some people out. Most of like the bustling activity again is like off to the port, off to the west.
I'm just gonna run raiding around in the water. She likes it.
The water is comfortable. It's warm. It is. When you get out of it, it does feel a little chilly, but while you're in it, you're not like it's not like the Oregon coast where you get in and you feel like you want to die.
I mean, that's always kind of how I pictured Pila. Like, it's the Oregon coast.
Yeah.
Where she's from.
Yeah.
So here she's like, yeah, I can actually walk around in the water. This is great.
So yeah, this is where you find yourselves.
Can I look for some cool shells?
Sure, yeah. You can go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, I rolled really bad. 15?
A 15?
Yeah.
You find a few like small shells and a few small pebbles. You do find what appears to be a sand gold piece that's broken. Like you can only find like a third of it. Not a sand dollar, a sand gold piece.
Sand gold piece. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to go check out the water. So we're hanging out down here for a little bit.
Cree's gonna like sit down in the like dry sand, and he's just gonna like start scooping it and then roll around in it like a cat that's rubbing on the floor for like a second.
He's taking a sand bath.
He's gonna sit up.
You sort of like stretch around. You can feel the sand like crinkling in your scales, and it's like a nice little massage.
And then I'm gonna ride Raiden over next to you and hop off her, and then you get a bunch of water shook on you by the animal.
Oh, have a tendency to ruin my happy moments. I was sitting here calm for once, and then you sit by me and get me wet. Why did you do this?
She just like stands next to him and she's like, have you ever made a sand castle before? And kind of like scurries over to like the wet sand and starts like building something really quick.
I'm like, Wizard's in the middle of explaining. Sandcastles are not sturdy, and I do not recommend. What are you doing?
The pat. It's like not. She's not trying. It's just like a little like mountain of sand that she kind of packs together, and she like puts a stick at the top.
Sandcastle.
Is that a lactus key too?
Like a general idea of it, you could say. She says, and she kind of like pats it together, and it like kind of crumbles a little bit.
What time of day is it?
I assume you guys left like sometime mid-morning, so I assume by this point it's like, I don't know, 10:30 or 11. Late enough that all the fog has burned off.
Do the people in the area like seem to be like giving us looks that like are weird like appearances and mounts and stuff, or are they like, yeah, this is fine, this is normal?
I mean, based on what you saw in the streets, it's not uncommon to see unusual things here, just because it is like a major port that connects both to the Armenian Desert on the other side, as well as to Grimmin and the Empire, as just like an easier route rather than going over the mountains.
Okay.
So definitely not like wholly unusual.
I was gonna say, Korrah kind of just watches everyone like mess around in the sand for a bit. She's like, I don't really want to get sand in my armor. That sounds really uncomfortable. And then once like
I cast remove sand.
once they've played a bit, she'll ask, did you guys want to look around Ariana a bit? Or not Ariana, sorry. Pravada. Did you guys want to look around Pravada a bit, or should we head out?
Maybe on the way back?
I think it would be best if we moved on and then come back here later. As much
I don't know.
as
Do we need
would
health
like to
potions
stay
or
here.
anything?
Don't we have a bunch of health potions?
Actually, yeah, I kind of want to
Well,
see if they
we
have health potions, but
we
other
need
than
some.
that, we can head out.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and find some health potions. It's not particularly hard to do. They are relatively common. You can find a few shops that have them. It's 50 gold a piece is the best price you can find.
For which level?
Basic. Are you looking for higher ones?
If
Those
they
are just
have
lesser
them.
ones.
Sure, yeah. You can also, yeah. So the lesser is the 50 gold a piece. Let me go ahead and double check the prices. I don't remember. I want to say it's 500 gold for the bigger ones.
I wrote down the correct potions in here. The actual like healing, because they had been bumped up.
Yeah.
Kate, it was a bonus to drink them, right?
Yeah, as long as you're drinking it yourself. It's it's 100 gold for the greater healing gold potion, 500 gold for the superior healing potion, and then if you want to try to find a supreme healing potion, you're gonna have to check for that one.
Is this like, have we, because we bought them before, have we seen them for lesser prices before, or is this like standard?
The price varies, but the best price you can get here is 50 gold.
Okay.
Like a dedicated potion seller.
Is there a limit on them, or can we just get however many?
For the common one, there's not necessarily a limit unless you're buying like a million of them. You could probably buy, if you're looking for just the common ones, you could probably buy a dozen of the common ones. The uncommon ones, they've got like 4 in stock, and if you want the superior healing potion, they've only got 2.
Because I was gonna get greater. I don't really want the baby ones.
Yeah. Okay, greater. Yeah, you can buy up to 4 of them.
Korrah, did you want some of those?
I'll get one greater.
Those are 100 apiece.
Yep. So for every many you want, subtract 100 gold.
I'll grab 2.
Alright.
I already have 4.
Well, then I will grab the last one if
Sure.
the lizard is taking. Is lizard taking greater or common?
I was taking greater.
Okay, I will take the last greater then.
Sure.
The
How
lizard's
much
like,
does
I have
cost?
money to spend now.
Do we have any superiors in our...
I don't believe so, no.
I have one.
I used mine in the court itinerary.
No, I think I used mine actually. I haven't updated my sheet. I used to.
I don't think anyone does have a superior, because I feel like we went over that in your
we did.
character sheets.
I already have 3 common and 4 greater, so.
Yeah.
Wild, okay.
4 greater. 2.
They don't poison you?
Oh my gosh! I don't have to roll a con that's above 10 to use this.
Nope.
We got our potions.
Any other cool shit in here that I see before we leave? Anything catch my eye?
Let's find out.
Want me to roll?
Find out now. Yeah, roll a D100 for me real quick.
Oh, a D100? Ooh.
Gwen's also gonna if we're standing around waiting for Feliccs, she's gonna glance around and see if there's any cool glass trinkets and stuff.
57.
A 57.
Yeah.
You would find. Oh boy, hold on a second. Here, while I look this up, what were you looking for, Guin?
Glass trinkets and stuff.
Just
Ornaments.
just
like hair ornaments, glass stuff.
sure, yeah, you can find a shop that sells this, absolutely.
like the one that she wears. She's kind of looking for stuff like that, so she's gonna, I guess, wander around because Feliccs is like, we're going shopping, even though we said we're gonna wait.
No, it was just one. It's just one thing. Just this one store. I'm not asking for like multiple stores. Just this one store.
Where we got the health potions.
Yeah, you can absolutely find those. And you would find Feliccs, you would find there is a spell scroll of enhance ability that's on sale.
Well, I don't use this shit. Hey, Aaron, you need a scroll?
What?
You need a scroll of enhance abilities? Do you feel like helping us, or just AoE for the rest of your life? What do you want?
How much does it cost?
Well, first of all, is enhance ability on your spell list?
I don't think so. So
Yeah, I don't. You would not be able to cast it if it was.
Damn. Never mind.
is it on the sorcerer spell list? Do you want it?
It is on the sorcerer spell list, and it would be 110 gold for it.
Felix looks at it, he's like, nah.
Alrighty. No
All right, ready to
problem.
go? And then he notices Gwen is gone. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, she's like in a shop, like a couple down, and she's kind of like dinking around. She figured that Feliccs would take forever, so she went to go check something else out.
Sure,
Kind
you
of
want
looking
to
at glass trinkets.
buy a few glass hair pieces if you want?
No, she's not buying anything. She's just looking.
Oh, sure, fair enough.
She's kind of inspecting them, and she's like, this isn't what I'm looking for, and kind of like poke around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll like poke her head out the door and be like, oh wait, they're looking for me, and kind of scurry back to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. You guys head out on the road east. Take that as a yes. Yeah, you guys travel for a few days along the road of the Queendom of Aurelia, stopping at a few inns on your journey that are conveniently spaced for a day's travel. Probably over the course of your journey run you like 2 gold, so someone knock that off. And then you guys make it to the border, which is not guarded or anything. It's not like notable or anything. It's just that the civilization of the Queendom starts to fade away, and you start to enter wilderness. You can see the road begins to become less of a road and more of a trail that runs along the coast, passing through a few like lowland deciduous forests that you guys know is like the southern end of the Ebenwald, if I'm reading this map correctly. Yeah, so yeah, you find yourselves in like a few like lightly forested deciduous lowland plains on the southern border of the Ebenwald, which once you crest hills, you can see the deep trees sort of extending off to the north, off in the distance. And you begin your journey. So is there anything you want to do while you're journeying?
Looking out for traps and shit.
That will slow your journey if you want to like actually look for traps.
I'm just like looking. I'm not like peeking. Just like looking around.
Sure.
Just keeping an eye out.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I can see random rope in the trees and be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. you would find there are a few remnants of what look to be like hunting camps that were set up. And you guys are not like alone out here. You do pass a couple caravans that are going towards the Kingdom of Aurelia along the road that you guys would have learned runs along the coast into the Armenian desert. And there are a few other caravans that are traveling in the same direction as you, although you tend to pass them. You can see that the recent wetness of the climate is starting to bog down the road a little bit, and it's a lot easier for you guys to traverse than it is for, wagons loaded with supplies. And it does rain on you a few times. It is constantly humid, rather wet climate, but it's warm, so it's not like uncomfortable or anything. So that's what you see, Feliccs.
Cool. Cool. That's it. That's all I do.
Alrighty.
I'm assuming on the back of someone's horse. I'm usually on errands.
It's up to you guys, I'm sure. Being on horseback for the purposes of long travel does not actually speed you up. But you can be, yeah.
I mean, normally you would be traveling on your mount instead of just walking, though, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like for the first couple days, it's just like, alright, let's go, and we just wander.
Alrighty. You guys continue onwards through the lowlands here. Eventually, you start to see the road begin to curve off to the south. And at this point, where are you guys targeting here? Are you looking to go over the lake? You looking to go through Turna, you said, is that right?
Turna, yeah.
Turna. Yeah, so eventually you follow the road south a little bit before you turn off of it and enter what appears to be true wilderness, at least for the moment. Open plains, just like rolling hills of grassland that are relatively unpopulated. Every now and then you'll spot what appears to be a subsistence farmer or a rancher that is like living off of the land and like small huts, houses. You occasionally pass like a small village, but by and large it is just open terrain. You guys want to do anything until you hit Turna?
Nah.
How many days does it take to get from there to Turna?
It would probably take... Let me consult the map real quick. Because I had the scale of the map all wrong in my mind, so now I gotta go double check it real quick. Crossing the plains to Turna would probably take you 4 days.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
4, you say?
4.
Is Guin like... How is she acting? Is she quiet? Like, does she seem like she's...
She seems kind of, like she's contemplating stuff a lot of the time. She's not necessarily closed off from the party, but like, once they leave, the queendom and are like actually out like just on the road and stuff, she seems a little bit more reserved and thoughtful, I guess. Occasionally a little bit prickly towards Aaron.
Occasionally, or like every time he tries to talk to her?
I mean, she's not flat out, like, rude to him or anything, but you can tell there's, like, something on her mind whenever he tries to talk to her. But for right now, she doesn't, like, necessarily bring anything up. But, like, he can tell that there's something.
Yeah. What about Korrah?
I mean, she seems her mostly usual self. She seems pretty focused and, we're on a mission, you guys. Like, we gotta be serious. Like, Feliccs makes a dumb joke and she rolls her eyes.
Feliccs most certainly makes more than a dumb joke.
Yeah. She more just seems very focused on, like, what their mission and, like, where they're going. Like, not really allowing the time for her mind to go to other places.
Feliccs is like on the back of Aaron's mount and he's like, I spy something green.
Gee, one of the 500 leaves?
Nope, it was a tree. You're bad at this game. Anyone else want to play?
That's the same thing!
Nope. It was specifically a tree. Wasn't leaves.
Was the trunk green?
It was just a whole tree. You said an individual leaf.
Well, a whole tree can't be
Aaron already
green.
lost. Anybody else want to play? I spy something
Aaron's like
gold.
fuming.
Korrah is like rubbing her forehead.
Something gold.
I spy something gold.
Korrah's armor.
Wow, you're really good at this game. Better than Aaron. Your turn. You gotta pick something
Korrah's
and figure out what it is.
black and gold.
Oh my god.
Now it is my turn.
Cree, it's your turn.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you spy?
Oh. He looks like super, super excited. He's like staring around. And he's like, I spy something brown.
Anybody have a guess?
The dirt
Korrah.
that we're walking on. Guin says that she's staring at the road.
Yes.
Dude. Everyone's better at Aaron than that at this game.
You know what? I spy something stupid. He's like staring at
No one wants to play
Felix.
this game with you anymore. You're bad. Felix just like turns around and is like, what are you looking at? Not my fault. You're the one that picked leaves. Obviously it wasn't leaves. It was obviously a tree. Duh.
I would like you to show me this completely green tree that has a green bark.
Nope, too late. We already passed it. It was back there. You missed it.
You know what? You can't even see
was
the
a tree-
color red. Why do I
It
even
was a tree.
bother?
It was a tree that had fallen down, and there's a bunch of moss growing on all over it, and it was all green. You missed it. Sorry. Can't. It's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. Just do better. Do better. I don't like.
It's not that hard.
Really not. Just don't suck. Turn on the part of your brain that isn't stupid. I can't.
Kimaretti like
Aaron.
bucks like a little bit. Kind of just like disjolts Felix. Not like
Bro,
bucking him off, but like.
Bro, you think Felix doesn't have his arms around your waist right now? You think he likes being on a horse? No. If you buck, you're coming off with me.
No, it's just like a little like.
Jostle.
Not like a bug. Yeah, like a jostle.
Jumps
Okay.
over a
He's like,
pothole.
"Ugh." A jostle over a pothole. Alright, anybody else have any other games? No?
While this whole thing is happening, I feel like what's our order? Because wherever we are, Guin would kind of like fall back towards where Jorta is riding Camel. Camel
Korrah's
still
probably in the
doesn't.
front.
Camel still doesn't have a name, right? It's just Camel.
Excuse you, Camel is the name.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Camels aren't canon, so the name Camel is in the name of a creature that looks like a camel.
Exactly. I kind of imagined him in the front because he's like super, like, zoned in.
Okay, well, I guess I don't go anywhere. I just like ride up a little bit closer to. She'll kind of sidle up next to him. What is your name today?
My name?
Mhm.
It is still Creek.
Ah. So, Kree. What are you thinking that we are going to find once we get to wherever our destination is?
What are we going to find? I didn't think about that. I mean, ideally we would find a giant anvil, but I'm not so sure that is what we are going to find. What do you think is going to be?
A mountain.
Yes, I think so too, yes.
And from the information that Aaron gathered, it was a temple? Is that what he was saying?
That is what they said, yes.
So, possibly more followers of the Forge?
Yes. He's gonna like squeeze the reins on the camel a little bit and like flick his tail. Yes, more followers of the Forge, yes.
She's gonna kind of eye him at that. Does he look like he's doing that?
He looks
What's going
nervous.
on?
He looks nervous. He's like pursing his little lizard lips as best he can.
Would that be a problem?
Oh, no, not a problem. No, not a problem. No danger. Hopefully, it has been so long, and it is disconcerting to hear about what was once a great temple that fell. There seems to be a lot of history about this thing that I have dedicated myself to that I do not know.
So table talk. This was not a place that Jorta had.
No, yeah, he'd never heard of it, and he's never been over here either.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you think it's odd that you haven't heard of this place before?
I do not really know. Like I come from very far away, and we did travel, but we'd never left the desert. And this place, is if it is where it is much farther than word of mouth could get. I feel we do not have history books in my home. Did not have history books. We just spoke about things. And usually stories got lost very quickly because we all die very quickly. We don't live very long.
I feel like just because some cultures record their history by word of mouth doesn't necessarily mean that it is lost as quickly as that is written.
Yes. But then I question why I have not heard of this place. It was so great and grand, and why did it disappear? What happened?
I guess we'll have to find out once we get there.
Yes. I guess we will. We will. Yes. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
After your thing?
She kind of just like
With the
looks
plant
down a little bit. I think that okay is a very broad term to use to describe.
Are you sad?
She kind of laughs at that. When am I not?
Oh no, dear. You are sad most of the time?
She just kind of laughs at that. I'm okay, Krikri.
You just told me that okay is a very broad term. You cannot tell me that you are okay and expect me to understand what that means now.
She kind of like tunes into the rest of the group a little bit. I like everybody listen to our conversation now. Because if they are, she's just like, I'm done talking now.
I mean,
Felix
I
is just
assume
poking at Aaron the whole time.
Yeah, I assume we're in like pretty close proximity, but we're not like actively listening. Just kind of like we're there, you know. But
Felix does that shit where he like pokes Aaron's right shoulder and looks over to the left side. Gotcha, bitch.
you're riding with Korrah tomorrow.
I don't think I'd doubt that.
I doubt that.
After listening to people bicker a little bit, she'll just kind of quietly say to him, maybe I'll give you some thoughts later. Not now, though.
Yes. That is fine.
She'll just kind of like smile a little bit, and then she'll kind of pick up the pace of her mount a little bit.
Alrighty. You guys continue forward through the fields until eventually you see the trees ahead of you of the forest of Turna on the southern end of the Red Sea. As you guys approach, it begins to get a little bit hilly. You're no longer in flat lowlands, and you can see that the forest of Turna sort of goes up and over these low hills that are bordering the Pontic mountain range that you can see rising off to the southeast of you. You guys continue forward until you make your way inside the trees. Carry on for another day or two through the forest. Until you find yourself over the other end and in sort of wet swamplands that are make up the eastern side of the side of the hills.
Oh, this place is terrible.
Oh, I know. I hate swamp.
Sorry, you said we passed through Turna, and we're on the other
You're
side?
passing through right now. You passed over the
Okay.
hills, but now you got to go make it through the rest of the forest.
My poor camel's feet. Everyone, make sure you dry your feet before you go to bed. I am not joking. Jungle rot is real.
It's true.
Swamp rot, I mean. Make sure to get in between the toes. Oh, very sad stories I have heard.
Oh no.
Dry your feet.
And make sure you air out your shoes too.
Oh yes, good point. We hang our shoes from a tree when we sleep.
Hang our trees in the rain.
Upside down, woman.
Our shoes.
Yes.
You guys eventually stop and make camp alongside like a small lake fed by what appears to be a very small waterfall. Tiny stream heading down from the mountain. Seems to just be like a small seasonal snowmelt lake from what you can gather. You guys set up camp next to it. Anything you guys want to chat about at camp before we head into the steppe?
Is there like a safe spot that I can sneak to make a tiny little campfire?
Yeah, I mean,
Very small.
you guys can set up a campfire. Like it's mostly forest, like in the area, obviously, but like near this lake, there's like a little clearing that you can set it up next to. Yeah.
Is everyone else sitting around the fire too, or is the lizard alone? Where's everybody at?
I mean, yeah, we'll come to sit
Yeah.
by the fire.
Oh yes, it is very, very warm, very good. I'm going to go make a fire. I'll be back.
Wait, you're making 2 fires?
Yes. Why not? You don't like fire? It's very good.
What's wrong with this fire?
You are here. And he's gonna walk away.
Alright, so you can go set up another fire.
A small, tiny fire.
I feel like Creaker gets him to walk away, and Korra's like, I feel like he's trying to commune with the force or something.
You go, like, I don't know. I mean, how far away are you going?
Not that far away, just like mostly out of earshot, but not really, because he's like sweaty, nervous, and impatient.
Okay, yeah, you get like 60 feet away about, like, and make a new campfire on the side of the lake. And what are you looking to do?
This is hilarious.
He's gonna pull out his focus and like tap his fingers together for a little bit. I don't actually know if this actually works with just any fire. It just feels nicer to ask questions with a fire.
I assume you're casting Commune. I assume you're casting Commune.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I need to know what I need to do for the spell.
I am on my way, I think, to where you wanted me to go. Is there anything I should be prepared for?
If you're casting Commune, first of all, it's a ritual, so you don't need to spend a spell slot.
I see.
Second of all, you know that it does have to be yes or no questions.
Melissa's just rambling for a hot second.
The way that it works is you
He's
get 3
nervous.
questions that can be answered with a yes or no.
Give the lizard a moment. He doesn't know what's going on. I'm trying to see how many. Up to 3 questions. Okay, I was like, how many questions can I ask?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna say, Are you ready for me and my friend? Yeah. Yes, my friends, to go to where you have sent us?
The little fire that you're at does sort of flare up and sparkle yes in affirmative.
Is there anything dangerous that we should prepare for?
Sparkles yes and affirmative again.
Oh, danger. Oh gosh, the danger. Oh no. Should.
Okay, one question.
This is a meme question, but
Okay.
should we split the party for this danger?
The flame does not react. It seems unclear is the answer.
Oh no. He's gonna kind of like dip his head to the fire and say thank you, and he's gonna push dirt over it and pat it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna walk back to the group and just kind of sit there with his tail like twitching.
Alrighty. As you guys are sitting around the campfire, the lizard begins to make his way back. However, you do start to note in the water, like, strange bubbles and ripples begin to form towards the shore where your party is, where the fire is. And as you continue to walk, it sort of catches your eye, and you've got, like, a brief moment of being like, oh, that's odd, before you see a head break the water, an enormous serpent's head break the water, followed by another, and then two more, and then another. As the enormous...
Another Hydra.
have you guys already fought a Hydra?
Yeah.
Well, now
Good.
it's a good thing I've modified this one, because I didn't just use the base stats.
Yeah!
Yeah, we have a Hydra head in the Kitu.
Oh, that's right!
That was
Man.
fun.
No,
How
you're
am I
doing it.
supposed to know you guys have fought? I don't have a list of every single combat you guys.
Let's go, Swamp Hydra.
Swamp Hydra. Alrighty, so you guys encounter the Swamp Hydra, and I guess we're going.
Yeah!
Oh gosh.
Alright, so this is the positions. Are we all correct?
Yes.
You went dark red or bright? I kind of like the bright red. Yeah.
Korrah wasn't next to the fire, she's just next to Guin.
That's still next to the fire. Welcome to non-Euclidean spaces. Welcome to combat.
Yay!
Alrighty. I need to...
I need help.
I need all
I
to roll
do need
initiative.
help. Alright, there we go. Alright, welcome to combat. So let's roll initiative, why don't we?
Yeah.
Oh god.
As is tradition, I'm gonna roll like complete shit.
Oh my god, I've never rolled this good for initiative!
Natural
I
20.
think Kane rolled like a 1 or something.
See, usually I'm like,
Oh my god,
at
20.
the end.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. Very
Wow,
I
good.
also
why did
rolled a
everybody
natural
else
20.
roll high? What the
I
hell?
didn't. I rolled trash. I got a 10 total.
As is tradition, I'm gonna roll like shit. Proceeds to roll a natural 1.
You jinxed yourself, man. Don't know what to tell you.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 5.
Whoa!
I'm still missing Krikri's initiative and Korrah's initiative.
I said 14.
Book.
14?
Sorry.
Is Scorching Ray a bonus action?
And what about Korrah?
What?
Initiative?
A natural 20.
Okay, what's the total?
20.
Okay.
Is your dex 0?
No, it's a plus. I rolled 18, and that's a plus 2.
Oh, I thought you said
Unnatural
natural.
20.
I thought you said.
Unnatural.
I thought you said natural 20, and I was
Unnatural.
like, yeah, okay, that
Dirty
doesn't tell
20.
me anything.
Filthy, disgusting 20.
Hydrant 2. Okay, Pog. The kids are crying. Alrighty. So as the Hydra emerges from the lake, you can see the 5 heads sort of eyeing the campfire. It begins to make its way towards the shore on its 4 rather muscular legs as you see them rising from the water. And topping the initiative, Feliccs, you see this thing dripping wet emerge from the lake next to you.
I think Feliccs is like, yeah, this fire, holy, and he kind of just points. And he will, he'll zoom up high. He'll click his feet together and he'll fly a little bit high. And the the way I've been doing this, you know how when you click on your character, you can change the colors next to the thing. I usually put like a color for every 5 feet of distance I'm up.
No, just
like
click
yellow
on your
is
character and click the blue circle and just enter your altitude.
Oh, okay. I'll go 20 feet up.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I will cast haste and I'll twin it. Can I see Jorta from here?
Mm-hmm. Krikri is Krikri is beneath the tree but visible, looking startled, I assume.
Yes.
What fucking page is this on? 250? This is not 250. There it is. And I will... Ooh, am I 30 feet? I will have to move a little bit, so I'll go... I'll fly that way.
Okay.
20 feet up. And I will cast haste on Korrah and Jorta. Krikri.
Nice.
You get a +2 to your AC, and you have an extra single action, melee weapon action, or something else. And your speed is doubled. Yeah.
Right, +2 AC, +1 action.
And I am concentrating. I'll put this bad boy on there. And then as a bonus action, I can't cast another spell.
Nice.
Wait, what is the symbol you have on yourself?
That's just me concentrating.
Oh, concentrating. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
that's just me concentrating. That's how I remember.
Sure.
And that'll be all.
Hello?
Alrighty. That brings us to Korrah. You are hasted.
I assume I don't really want to go in the water. I feel like it's a bad idea.
You can if you want.
What if I didn't do that, though?
I'm not
What
gonna
if-
stop you.
Oh, you also have advantage on dex saves.
Okay. I will. Or why not? I will. Actually, no. I'm just gonna back away. I feel like we should try to coax it out of the water, maybe. So. I mean, I can move like up to 60, so.
What are we
Korrah will.
No.
Korrah will just tell everyone to get the Hydra out of the water so they can have a more clear path to fight it on.
I feel like I'm in an anime now.
Yeah, why is this song? This is weird.
What is going on?
I don't know. I put on a creature battle playlist and that was on there.
Anime!
Alright, is it your turn?
Yes.
Did you want to hold your action, perhaps?
Yeah, yes, I do. I do want to hold my action.
To do what?
To smack.
If
I
it
wanna
comes in
hold
range. Okay.
I just want to hold it.
Alrighty, it brings us to Aaron.
How tall is this thing?
This thing is like 15 feet tall.
Okay. Not as tall as I thought. We're gonna... And it has 5 heads?
Correct.
Oh, Korrah will also remind everyone we should try to attack at the same time because the heads grow back. So if we all attack at the same time, we can like get rid of a bunch of them, hopefully.
And how far apart are like each head?
I mean, they all, for the purposes of this, occupy the same space.
All of the heads?
What spell are you looking to cast?
I'm
Why
looking
do
at Moonbeam.
Why do you ask?
Because I'm curious if, like, would Moonbeam be able to just, like, only hit one head, or...
It would hit the whole. So the way it's the whole creature has the shared health bar.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so I can't just like target the head. It's like just goes.
Yeah, you would just target the creature.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna cast it.
All right.
As I attempt to draw a circle. I got it. Except
Hey,
for it's in
nice,
the
look
wrong
at that.
spot.
If you just drag over
Is
it,
that
you
where
should
it's
be able
going?
to-
No, it's going right there.
Okay, sounds good. You drop Moonbeam on it. It has to do it at the start of its turn, right?
Starts its turn, yeah? Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, is that your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. Cree, it's all you.
I have double movement.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Advantage on dex saves plus 2 to your AC.
Oh, nice. I'm going to run over. Oh wait, we're to 60 feet. Hang on, I'm just measuring something really quick. Sorry. I'm going to run over here to try and I guess lead it, and then I'm gonna cast. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm. Derogatory?
Yes. Right.
Derogatory.
No. We cast Spiritual Weapon in front of the Hydra.
Do you have an icon for it, or should I grab one real
I'm
quick?
so sorry, I don't have an icon for it.
We usually just make a square.
Oh boy, do I have a solution for you. It's called How Do I Use Fucking Roll20?
Do not ask me.
Wait, can the lizard's spiritual weapon just be a little anvil icon? Is that something we've already talked about?
Can it be Wile E. Coyote anvil drop?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm fine with that,
I
absolutely.
summon my spiritual weapon and an anvil drops on their head.
I'm trying to find where that might be.
Do bards have spiritual weapon? I drop a piano on their head like a cartoon.
Cade, I'm sorry, I didn't realize how close I was. Would I have been able to move, or is it like...
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. So...
What up, dog?
Zoom out. There we go. I was like, where did you guys go?
Get this card out of here. I don't want it.
I can't find an anvil icon. I'm trying though. I'm looking
Can
through.
y'all see my health bar on my icon, or is that only me?
It's only
It
you.
only be you.
Only
Stop
you.
Oh,
giving me cards. I don't want
Give
them.
me your cards.
I don't want the ones I have.
Then give them to me.
No, heck off.
Bro.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hold my action if it comes in range for melee attacks, I guess.
Okay, I cannot find an anvil, so you get a trap.
That's fine. Can I quickly ask Korrah, should I hit it or no? Because he's confused by your directions.
Wait until it comes closer. If we remove one of its heads, more grows back. So.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Guin.
She's just kind of standing there, and everyone's like running away, and she's like, "I don't want to fight another one of these." And she will grab her focus and cast Investiture of Briars.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of the blackthorn briars spring up from the ground, and they are healthy looking. They have some of that dark, like deep green coloration to them now, with a little bit of like the silver flecks. They don't look like the like just the matte black anymore. They look healthier. So she'll cast that 10-foot radius around me. So I guess 20-foot diameter. Yep. There's a bunch of like briars that are whipping around. And I will step back a bit.
Just
Go over
completely
here.
invisible now.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to summon my glaive.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Alright, so as the Hydra emerges from the water, as you guys begin to pull it away, as you begin to leave, it stops. First of all, it needs to save against the moonbeam, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is that?
Constitution.
It doesn't fucking matter. I rolled another one. Wow.
You roll like Ian.
Don't worry, I roll like shit right up until it's time for it to do damage, at which point
Actually.
you will get beamed.
Yeah. We will all die.
It's not a shapeshifter, is it?
Everyone got like bricked in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want to ever do that again.
It's not a shapeshifter, is it?
No, it's not.
Alright. Oh! Oh! 19.
19?
Pretty good.
Whoops. That's not what I meant to
Out
do.
of 20.
Very
So-
good.
Alrighty, as the moonbeam comes down and sears its back, it rears upwards, and you can see these, like, sort of pouches in its neck, and it spits forward and is going to use its water bomb ability.
Oh no!
Hey.
What
Rude.
is that?
So, I need...
Laser gun.
Dude, I'm getting Dark Souls Hydra vibes.
water bomb. It's going to launch one of them there. Actually, two here. Let's see. Yeah, two here, and the other one is going to target Feliccs directly. So, Feliccs, I need everyone to make a number of dex saves equal to what you're going into. So, Guin, you'll need to make 2. Aaron, you'll need to make 2. Korrah, you'll need to make 4. Lamau. Kruger, you'll need to make 2. And Feliccs, you need to make 1.
Korrah, do
Good
we get
thing-
a thing? from
Oh, you get to add your charisma, yes, if you're in my aura.
Which is
you?
Um,
yellow,
I'm
right?
rolling so bad.
So how does that work if it's like the corner of the circle?
It covers it.
Okay. So like Guin and Kree both get it.
Yeah. I'm making 4. It's a good thing I'm like the king of ducks. Saving throws.
But Gwyn first, what do you got?
I'm rolling 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them.
What kind of? These are dex save,
Yeah.
and then I get my thing from Korrah, so the
Charisma.
+4. So
Mhm.
that's a 12 for the first one.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Yeah, I got a nat 1 on the second.
Oh no.
I'm not rolling
Alrighty.
good today.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
I am resistant because of my mystic.
Okay. So you take is it 2 hits? Well, so how does that resistance work?
You have resistance to slashing, bludgeoning, piercing damage, and immunity to poison.
Just permanently?
Yes, because my thing is up. Oh, this is a concentration, so I need to roll for those. How do the saves work again?
Half
Roll-
the
roll a
damage
con save,
or
yeah.
10 or higher.
Yeah.
Whichever is the higher.
Yeah, so you need to pass a 10. And you roll 2 con saves and pass a 10.
Well, I have advantage on them, so I pass the first one, and I pass the second.
Doesn't your resistance go down, though, if something happens?
What?
Your resistance to slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, doesn't that, like, go away if something happens? I don't remember.
No.
Your displacement cloak will go away if you get hit. But
Yeah, this is my Mystic Arcanum, not my Cloak of...
Oh, I'm done,
Placement.
Lamau.
The
Okay.
Cloak is for melee, isn't it?
I
For
have
attack rolls.
Also have
Attack
that
rolls.
as well.
Not just
so-
melee,
Yeah.
but
Okay, so you,
Sorry, it's
you
been
take
water.
you take a total of 4 bludgeoning damage and you're knocked prone.
Okay.
Aaron, what are your rolls?
got a 14
Okay, that's a fail.
and a 4.
All right, 2 fails. So you take
Fuck.
8. You take 8 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
guys.
Also, Shayna, we have advantage on dex saves because of haste.
Does Korrah's aura apply to concentration?
The other rolls were way worse.
I think
Rolls?
so, doesn't it? Because
'Cause
it's
it's like
a saving
It,
throw,
it,
isn't it?
it is any saving throw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
It is an aura of protection.
So go ahead and figure. It's a 10 both times, so go ahead and figure that. Korrah, what do you got?
I'm still rolling because I was looking for the dex thing.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm good. I got that up. Barely.
Okay, I rolled 25, 17, 13, and 28.
Okay, perfect. You are knocked prone, but you resist the first two, so you only take 4 damage.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you take an additional 4 from the other two, but you are knocked prone.
Okay.
And then Kriku, what do you got?
It was 19 and 15. Because I only had 2, right?
Yeah, so you
Okay.
pass twice, you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
2?
And you are not knocked prone. Feliccs, what do you got?
I rolled a 15.
A 15, that passes. You take 3 bludgeoning damage and are not knocked prone.
How much bludgeoning? 4, you said?
3.
3? Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
And
hear.
it's going to advance onto shore to right here. And that's his
So
turn.
far.
Brings us to Feliccs. It's all you.
Also, apologies. Here's the actual text from my cloak, so it would have had an effect there, but it doesn't matter.
I am
It's not
going
melee,
to.
just anything.
If you take damage. Okay, so
On attack rolls.
yeah, but the property ceases to function. So it doesn't
Ah.
matter. It doesn't matter basically. Because it didn't attack you.
I know. I was just saying this is what it is.
Yeah. Alrighty, Feliccs, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Go for it.
On a water creature.
There's nothing else I can do right now.
No, I know.
No,
I
these
traded
things
out.
are- These things are something about fire damage. I remember.
I think so.
Let me make
Yeah.
3 attack rolls. Oh shit.
5
19.
higher.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Oh, not 19. Sorry, 28.
That'll hit.
And 20. 7 plus 9. Oh my god, 16.
That'll hit.
And then 18 plus 9. That'll also hit. That is how much damage? Something. I just had this out. Page of Scorching Ray on 273. That's too far. 2d6 for each of those.
Mm-hmm.
First one does 10 damage. Second one does 4 damage. 14, and the next one does 11, so 25 damage total.
Alrighty.
And I
As
am
you-
going to fly backwards away from it.
Sure.
Or go over to here.
It will, as your scorching ray slams into it, you can see it like shrieks in pain. It's like a draconic roar. You can see the skin burns. One of the heads does die, and you can see it blacken. You get the sense it will be unable to grow. However, it is going to opportunity attack you as you move.
I was 20 feet up. Ugh.
Yeah, it can reach you.
God damn it.
There's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Alrighty. You take 11 piercing damage as it bites into you, and you cannot move. You are grappled.
No, fuck me. Damn it.
As you are
Okay.
caught within its jaws.
Damn it. Okay, that's fine.
What do I use for grapple icon?
I
I need you
put
to
something
concentration save real quick.
else. Ooh, it's a good idea. That is con save 18.
You're fine. Alrighty, you guys see it is grappled Feliccs, who is attempting to fly away from him while the head snaps out and grabs him and like yanks him back down towards it. Brings us to Korrah.
Help me!
Korrah is going to get up and advance on it. She has haste, so she can make it. Here. And she's going to cast Searing Smite, and her sword will ignite in flames. And I will do my 2 hits and plus my haste attack on it as well.
Go for it.
So, and I will use Great Weapon Fighting on one of them. I'll say to see if that hits as well.
Great weapon master. I wonder what this box is for.
Jeez, it Wall of Fire?
It is not.
It's not.
Oh, interesting.
You guys. I have more
Okay,
than
pretty
just
good
walls.
rolls all over the board. Does a 22 hit?
Is it
Yep.
fire?
Okay, all of my attacks hit then because
Yeah, there you
everything
go.
was 22 or above.
There you go.
Let me start tallying this damage.
Go for it.
So I've got improved Divine Smite. That's a D8, and then the D6 plus D6. So this is I roll this 3 times. First hit is 6 slashing, 3 fire, and 3 radiant.
Okay.
Oh wait, and wait. No, sorry, It is 13 slashing. My bad. One sucks. Good. Okay. Second one is 12 slashing, 4 fire, 5 radiant.
That's a lot of damage.
And then the last one is 16 slashing, 6 fire, and 5 radiant.
Alrighty, as you cleave down with your sword, one of the heads that seems to be like looking to start chomping on Feliccs, you hack down and cleave its head off, and again the skin blackens under the fire damage, and the other 3 heads roar in agony.
Oh, and I forgot about Great Weapon Fighting. And that's another plus 10 slashing because of Great Weapon Fighting.
Sure, absolutely.
Nice.
Alrighty, is it your turn?
That is my turn.
Aaron, it's all you. Okay.
Hey! Hey! What the heck?
What?
What's happening?
Someone moved me?
I
Not
didn't
me.
move you.
That's weird.
You moved
Wait,
yourself.
can I move right here?
yourself.
Is there a rock here?
Yeah, there's like a boulder there.
I cannot move here then?
You can, yeah.
Okay, can I like take cover right here?
Yeah, you can take cover behind it. It
Perfect.
won't give you full cover. It's not like huge or
Yeah.
anything, but you can get half cover off of it.
That's my turn.
Alrighty, very good. As
Wow.
you move your moonbeam and dive behind the rock. brings us to
Typical
Creepy.
Aaron.
What's
It's
the
my turn, right?
Yep.
Am I allowed to, like, since I have 2 actions, can I, like, cast a spell, run somewhere, smack, and then do my bonus action? Do I
Yeah.
have to, like, move
Yeah.
before I do? Okay.
No, you don't have to move before. It's all in the same turn, so.
And then if I got here, is that flanking, or do I have to be here?
In order to be flanking, you would have to be in one of these 3 spaces. Hold on.
Like here.
Which one?
Opposite of Korrah, like over here, opposite
This
of Korrah,
one.
right?
This one.
Or like, well, if it was scrapple, never mind.
What is the black ring around him?
That's
That's my
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
Oh, okay.
You would have to get into Moonbeam in order to do that. Just be advised.
Wait, does that hurt us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I get here and smack him?
But does Aaron
Yeah.
stuff not hurt
Aaron,
us?
Well,
That's how AoE
are
spells
so
work.
inconvenient.
And can I
No,
not?
actually, no. Because that is also clipped by Moonbeam, I think.
Wait, because that is also what?
Clipped by Moonbeam, isn't it? It's centered on a point. What is the radius of this?
It's where'd it go?
10, right?
5 foot. Oh, it's 5. Oh, so this is too big actually.
Yeah, I was like, that's massive if it's Moonbeam.
I was saying, yeah, I think it might be too big. Should be. Oh, it's because I was looking at the big squares. Oh, oops.
A 5-foot
Be about
radius,
that.
you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that big.
There you go.
I was looking at this big square. So, do you guys see that
Yeah.
in the water? The
No.
big squares.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of this one.
Oh, I see.
Let me move this one for
This
you.
time. There we go. No, I got it.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so if I get here, I'm not gonna get smashed.
Correct.
Yeah,
By
now you can
Moonbeam.
flank it.
Okay. Can I get right here?
Sure.
I don't even see Jordan moving.
Is
I
this
haven't moved yet.
Oh, okay.
Um,
viable, or is that it's like
you would need to go into this spot. It's a 3x3 creature.
okay?
Can I cast Flame Strike?
You can.
Oh, fuck.
It's a 10-foot radius, and I'm gonna do it on this side. So that I don't hit people.
can I do it in a way that it doesn't hit Feliccs in the mouth? Also,
Okay, what
I'm
is
20 feet
is
up.
Is it like a 10-foot circle? Is it a 10-foot cube? What is it?
It is a 10-foot, it's like a cylinder.
Cylinder? Okay.
Yeah, and it's instantaneous. It doesn't stay.
Oh, perfect. So then, yeah, you can drop it right here.
Okay, cool. I need to have the Hydra make a dex save.
That is a 12.
Oh, it failed! Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Oh, that was bad. Ooh. Hang on, doing math.
okay, so it's 13 fire damage,
Okay.
and then it is 16 radiant damage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna sprint over here, and then I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
Or
You
try
have
to.
advantage.
Thank God I have advantage. That's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
And then let's see. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's also divine strike. There's so many things I have to roll. Oh my gosh. Give me more dice. Let me open up my desk here. Okay, so it's 13 additional fire damage, and then it is 10 slashing damage.
Marty, it's looking hurt.
But then I can do
Uh-oh.
one more thing. Wait, can you move the trap?
Oh, here.
Over
why
next
don't-
to me?
Why don't I just do this?
Can I take hold of it? Give me that trap. It's gonna go right here, and then
Okay.
it's gonna smack.
Go for it.
Bing bong.
Does it also get advantage or no?
No.
Okay, it is mainly spell attack.
And I haven't done combat in so long. What do I add to my roll for spiritual weapon?
It's your spell
Melee
attack
spell
bonus.
attack?
Your spell attack, yeah.
Does
Okay.
the
Oh,
spiritual
yeah,
weapon
yeah.
have
We
to
get-
be
we
on
get.
the ground?
No,
No.
Hey,
It's 21.
Can you put it up in the air
that
for me?
hits.
What do you mean put it up in the air?
Be 5 feet on the air so I can go there.
Yeah, it's in the air. It's not on the ground. It's just a trap.
Okay, well, because I want to go there.
Yeah.
And then it takes
11 bludgeoning or force damage. Force damage.
Alright, as your spiritual weapon, which takes the form of
Dejuan's hammer.
alrighty, yeah. You go ahead and the hammer strikes down at one of the heads. As your flame strike comes down, combined with the stabbing from your spear and the concentrated effort of your spiritual weapon, a third head goes down, and it is looking badly hurt with only 2 heads left. Is that your turn?
Sorry, that's it.
Alrighty. Guin, it's all you.
Okay, so underneath the spiritual weapon, would I get flanking or up being on the other side?
Well, you have to spend half of your movement to stand up, first of all.
Oh. Okay, well, I have a bonus action that I could do. So, like, anyways, if I go here,
Yeah.
I'm flanking.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I stand up, and then I bonus action teleport over here, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That it's part of my Mystic Arcanum.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I blink over here, underneath your thingy.
It was like a giant flaming hammer.
She teleports over here, and she's like, "Oh!" and she kind of ducks down.
It's 10 feet up. You're good.
And then
He
I
grabs
am
the hammer.
going to imbue my glaive with Cajun glaive, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna make 2 attack rolls at it.
Go for it.
I'm rolling so bad tonight, like so bad. But I'm flanking, so hey, that's a natural 20. Very nice. Second one. Let's see. I can do math. So the first one is going to be a 30 with my crit to hit, and my second one is a 27.
That hits. Crits are
I'm
auto
rolling. I'm rolling bad crits.
I mean,
Actually.
my disadvantage, because if I had just flat rolls, I got like a 3 and like a 2, so
What's
so
the
my
crit?
my crit, oh, and my bonus damage. How much do I? 5d8. I was not prepared for that one, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay. Okay, so for the crit, my normal damage on it, I was putting my Cajun glaive on that, so does that stack with crit, or is it just flat?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, all dice are doubled.
Okay. So 6.
Cade made this encounter like, oh, let's give him a hard time.
No, this is just meant to be like a pretty straightforward
Okay.
overworld encounter. No, the hard combats come later. Don't worry. This is
I'm so excited for the hard combat.
this is for me to like get a feel for how your party works.
Normally, I don't get fucking caught. That's the shitty part. I didn't know Korrah was gonna run out, so I was like, I'm real close to this thing.
Okay, so she pops over here and she imbues her glaive with kind of like a silvery black radiance, and she
Mhm.
makes 2 like stabs at it,
Mhm.
and she does a spicy 56 damage to it.
Nice.
Nice.
X.
X. As you
Nice.
slice up with the glaive, cutting through the body, you can see its inner organs begin to spill out through its soft underbelly, and it like shrieks, lets go of Feliccs, and collapses to the ground before sliding ever so slightly towards the lake along the bank.
Ew.
There you go. It's as simple as that.
Wow.
It's like, ugh, icky.
She just kind of stares at it and she's like, okay.
I'm rolling bad. Crits and then kills it.
I was rolling bad.
Clearly not. Congratulations. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Korrah just like, she like nods in approval and she's like, good job, everyone.
Good team effort all around.
Good team effort.
Hiding behind a rock over
and
here.
then after we're done talking, Jorta and Korrah both get really tired for 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Nice.
Like, really tired, just very lethargic.
I think it's bedtime, yes.
It was so unfortunate that the Hydra was at the bottom, because that like really fucked it.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
It is what
Legend
it
is
is,
on
right?
its turn, right? Or
At the end of its turn.
yeah, so
But it
like,
didn't matter because
damn.
you guys were hitting it with fire damage anyway.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that fire damage did anything. I was just like, yeah, Scorching Ray, this will do something.
You know, fire damage prevents it from healing and prevents it from growing new heads.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I was
I
just
didn't- I
like,
didn't know it
fire's
prevented
the
it.
only thing
Yeah.
I have.
Yep.
I just
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna bring some fire on this trip because this is like a Jorta adventure, so it might be smart. It's working out.
I brought fire resistance and cold resistance to this trip, so
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, it was like, well, I mean, if it gets another turn, it's gonna dink Feliccs for probably like 20, maybe 25 damage tops, and then it's gonna die. Like,
yeah.
You guys have fire spells? I don't know if I even have
Right.
access to fire.
Felix just floats down. Well, that was easy. That was nice.
Give me some of its teeth like we did last time.
sure, you guys could go ahead and loot it. You can grab some teeth, absolutely.
Let's loot it.
Take
Go
its
ahead
head.
and loot it.
I don't want to carry another head around for like.
We have a bag of holding.
Ew. Guin kind of makes a face. She's like, I feel like we've talked about this at some point. No dead things in the bag.
Yeah, no, I don't want. Felix like, never mind. I'm gonna come back up. He starts floating back up. He's like, oh, gross shit in the bag of holding.
It goes to an entirely different pocket dimension. It's not like crammed together.
I don't think you can Rolodex a fucking a bag of holding. I think it's one pocket dimension for everything. I don't think everything goes to its own pocket
But
dimension.
it's like this. It's not like an actual pocket. There's space.
Well, you know, I tried to test this back at the bar when we first got him, and no one would let me put the alcohol in the bag, so...
You guys wouldn't let me put the corpses in the bag.
Yeah,
I think
fuck
maybe
no.
one of those is grosser than the other.
We would have had an answer to this question already.
You guys do get about 40 gold worth of looted body parts off of the Hydra that you can convert into gold once you're back in a shop. Back in town.
We sell it to one of the ranchers that we passed.
That's right.
Give me your money.
Well, that's good to know. Even with a buffed up CRA, that was a pretty straightforward combat. So I now have an idea of what I need to be doing for like building dungeon combats. So thanks for the heads up.
Alright, so take that and, like, triple it.
Yep.
Make us cry.
Hold on.
So we each get what, like 8 gold?
Yeah, 8 gold each.
Well,
We haven't sold it yet.
no, you don't get
Oh,
eight gold
when
each.
when we
You have
sell it.
40 gold worth of Hydra loot.
All right, who wants to write that down then?
I did,
have it in
okay.
my book, but Aaron has it, so...
Cade, would I know actually what would happen if we put a Hydra head with all the other shit inside the bag of holding? Would it muck it all up?
I would assume no. It wouldn't.
See, I told you.
Felix pulls back down. He's like, "Give me one Hydra head, one."
These heads massive.
Yeah, they're really big. I don't think you can even get it into the
I don't think it
bag.
can fit into the bag.
Well, sucks because like we're not putting it in there. Dang. Oh no. I'm so sad.
Alrighty.
Well,
Anyway, back to camp.
well, it's like on top of our fire pit, so...
Yep.
Yeah, we're like dragging the Hydra
does-
off of our fire.
Felix
How
just
does,
moves
like,
over to
this
this
lake
one.
look?
There is another fire pit over here.
Like,
How
hey,
does the lake
come on.
look?
Come over here.
It looks like a lake.
Hold on.
It is sort of like semi-murky water, you know.
Mhm.
It looks like it has a bunch of. I mean, it's like, think of it like a small pond in a forest. Like everything flows into this lake, so it's just murky. It's got like sticks and leaves in it. It's got like reeds, various like algae that grow along the top of it.
Nothing really out of the ordinary about it then.
No, it's not like deepest lore lake. It's just like a little lake/pond thing. It's somewhere between a tiny lake and a really big pond, is what it is.
Okay. Are there any like signs that other things have fought this Hydra and it didn't go so well, or
Make a survival check. Oops. Oh my
God.
god. I dropped my
I'm
pen. My bad.
surviving? Uh, 18?
18. Yeah, you do see some tracks over on the western end of the lake where the Hydra has apparently left the lake before, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of combat that happens, you know, at the lake. You can also see that it is at least once climbed up the river. The stream, rather.
Can Guin figure out if the Hydra is something that's okay to eat? Can we eat it?
Probably. Let me double check. I think I
Can we
don't see
eat
why.
it?
I don't see
'Cause,
why
like,
you wouldn't be able to.
She's like had experience with Hydras before, so she like had some knowledge on them. I just don't like know if they're like poisonous or
you
whatever.
can eat Hydra. It's gonna be kind of like a really stringy, tough texture, but you can eat it. It's not gonna be like succulent and good, but
Are there some other like things around here that I can gather for like herbs?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Gwyn's like, she'll kind of like
I'll
look at
help.
everybody that's kind of split up, and she's like, "Do you guys want to try eating it?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Was
Sorry,
was
yes.
shocked.
All right, you cut up the Hydra a little bit and start.
Do you need help looking for stuff?
Stewing it overnight.
She'll kind of like describe some herbs that you can eat, and send like the others on like, go find these, and then everybody comes back with like whatever. She'll tell them if you can eat it or not.
Dude, I'll make a nature check right now.
Oh, is it
Oh, you don't
nature
need
or
to.
survival?
You don't need to.
Oh, survival.
We don't
Have
need
You
lizards.
can find what you need.
Oh, okay.
to. Yes.
Especially since you got Krikri in the party that has a feature that specifically does this exact thing.
Felix is like about to grab some poisonous berries, and he's like, no.
It's like about to put him in his mouth. It's like
Oh, that one, my friend.
it's like when PETA goes to almost eat those nightlock berries. He's like, his face is like open, and he's like about to put him in his mouth. He's like, oh.
Those
To be fair, he has a 1 to survival and a 3 to nature.
all eat those if you are ready to go night for night forever.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready to go night?
No, not
Because you said that I could be the one that does it. Yes, you are not
Yes,
going to
yeah.
eat me by berry eating, no?
Oh, of course.
Very good. Yes, do not eat them. Take these instead.
Great.
Can I make like Hydra jerky while I'm
Sure.
making the Hydra stew?
Sure,
Like,
I mean,
fire.
you probably don't have a lot of time to like properly cure it for like a long journey, but like
Yeah, no, I was thinking like a couple days worth, kind of like.
yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, you can go ahead and add roll a fucking d20 and add your what would that be? Either intelligence or wisdom, I guess.
Huh.
Pick.
Okay. 15.
15. Yeah, you can get 3 days worth of rations out of it.
3 days.
Alrighty, what are you guys doing?
What time is it?
By this point, it's like late evening. Like twilight.
Do we see? Does it look like anything else is gonna hop out and attack us?
Doesn't appear to be that case at the moment, no.
Well, that's good. Felix is just gonna I'm gonna sit by this fire.
So we just make
Sit
camp?
by the fire.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. You guys go ahead and make camp and take your long rest, otherwise unhindered.
When everyone's like getting ready to go to bed, Korrah's gonna be like, Felix, would you like to take first watch with me?
Of course.
Then once everyone's like in their tents, getting ready to go to bed, we're kind of just sitting around the fire, keeping an eye on things. She'll prompt some conversation.
Felix is no, don't want to talk. No, I'm joking.
I know you told us quite a bit after, when back in the K2, but then, things got a little hectic after, and I wanted to ask if anything was on your mind.
Not particularly. I said a lot of things really fast. A lot of stuff going on all at once. We'll see what happens. I'm not really worried about it where we're going right now. I don't think we're going to run into people. At least I hope not. So hopefully it's okay.
She nods a bit. How do you feel about this new Venethid Empire? You fought for the old one once.
I never really... Yes, fought for one, but never really associated with anything specifically. But I think what we're doing is going in the right direction. You don't really see corruption until you're out of something. And when I was done fighting for the side I was fighting for, I saw the corruption, saw all the bad stuff. So, nothing. I'm just waiting to see what happens, I guess, before I really feel comfortable about it yet. If that makes sense.
Do you know if your brother might be involved with the New Republic, or was he a loyalist?
He might be. He might not be. I'm sure that if we did at some point run into him by chance or on accident, he would question what side to be on, seeing that I'm on either the same side or the different side. I know that we both have this sort of the same ideas of things, but he's been in it a lot longer than I have and hasn't seen it from an outsider's perspective in a while. At least I think. I'm not entirely sure. Don't really know where he is. The whole point was for us not to be in contact, so that he didn't get in trouble and killed. So that's the hope, at least.
I was wondering about that, actually. Depending on where he stands and such, I know you two seem close. I would be open to inviting him to the K2 if he wanted to join Alaktu's ranks. If you wanted to seek him out, we could send out some spies to search for him.
He takes a big deep breath. He kind of just pauses. puts his hand through his hair and like rubs his head. Just I don't know where he stands or even what he looks like anymore. And we don't look the same anymore. I don't know if he's changed his hair. I don't know if he, if he looks older than me or younger than me. Well, I know I'm older than him, but I don't know if fighting for people or war or something has happened to him. I don't know really what he looks like, if he's aged because of what he's been through or not. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. I'm younger than him. I'm not older than him.
Oh yes, I
got
suppose
too
after
confused.
your age change too.
Yes.
How do you feel about that, by the way?
I feel youthful. 7 years extra
She
youthful,
chuckles.
but and physically, mentally, it's like you don't go backwards in age mentally. You stay the same age mentally. You just physically, which is hard and confusing at the same time. I wouldn't be upset if we had people look for him, but I don't know if it would be a good idea yet to invite him. I think if he knew where he was, that'd be cool. Maybe to try and, find him secretly and pull him aside and just be like, hey, I'm okay, I'm not dead. Or, hey, I still exist. I don't know if I'm quite ready to throw him into everything that I've put myself into. I don't know if he's ready for that. I don't know if he's ever been out of the world that he lives in currently. I don't know if he's still in the army or if he's not in the army. There's a lot of a big toss up there. There's a big gap of time. 20 or so years that, used to be, it is 20 or so years, but that's just based off age. Technically, it wouldn't be 20 years for me, but still.
I agree with you. I don't think we could immediately ask him to come to a lock to, but, it is completely your decision, but I'm sure he would be happy to have some people look out for him and figure out where he's at if you ever find yourself ready to speak to him again.
Yeah. I'm more than willing to, I would be fine to have people look out for him. I can relay some information. The hardest part is just people knowing that I know who he is. Because I know people out there know who I am, but it's been so long that I think they've forgotten about me a little bit. I've also changed, obviously. And the growing the hair out thing has been part of that.
Are there other people you left behind when you left, or other people you wish to look for? Friends?
Not really. I had people that I consider friends, but I don't think that they would be okay with how I handled the situation and how I disappeared. They were all very loyal and very, how would you say that? Once they were put into something, they were 100% in. And I don't think I was ever 100% in. I don't think Francois was either. Well, I think Francois was, and I wasn't. I was just too afraid to tell him. We were told it was, a way to better ourselves and, go to school and get it, get help for it. to become men, and I've always been an outcast in that regard. The need to defend, specific people or a part of a world for, a specific reason never really clicked. I enjoy helping people, but I also enjoy knowing the reasons why. And I never really understood the reasons why. I was just told to put a fireball there, or make these people move faster, or, confuse these people. Never, is this a good idea? Is it not a good idea? And so on. So I don't know how he feels about leaving or wanting to be out, or, if he thinks I'm even alive or well, or if he's been looking for me, or, stuff like that. I don't know if he's currently looking or not looking at all, or just given up entirely. I would honestly just like to know that he's still, is alive, isn't missing any limbs, or has, made a name for himself or something like that. I would like to know that, as the brother that was once a couple minutes older than him, that he's safe. But who knows?
Korrah sort of hums in thought. Do you understand Aloktu's reasons why we do things?
Yeah. No, I've only questioned a couple things that have happened, and I sometimes wish I had done stuff about it in particular, but there's always going to be something that I can't control, or something that I wish I could have done. That's just life. But overall, I understand. It isn't I'm not constantly questioning what I'm doing. I constantly question what Aaron does, because I've seen him do some shady shit. But don't tell him that. I think he knows already.
She chuckles a bit. Well, as your leader, I always want to keep an open area of transparency with you. I do not simply wish to order because of telling you what to do. I wish for everyone to understand our purposes.
Yeah. And if we're talking specifically when Aaron, turned that one guy on the boat into just death, it took kind of every ounce of me not to counter that or do something about it. Or when, Chapant was in my head. Those are things I don't like. Things that I can't, I've been dealing with not being able to control things and continue to, and then when people do stuff like that, it kind of irks me. But I think there's a part of me deep down that feels I can fix Aaron. Although I don't know if that's possible.
How would you have dealt with the sailor?
A slap on the wrist, throw him off the boat, tell him he's never allowed back on. I don't think I would have, killed him. They're sailors, I've been there. Everybody has this inheritability and inherit. Oh my God, I can't talk. Inherit? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Inherent, yeah.
Inherent ability to sense when things are powerful. Holding a scroll of mass destruction. If I was in that person's position and I thought I could sell this for a lot of money, I too would have taken it. Right? Especially being someone who works on a boat, probably been around pirates of some sort. Like, there's better ways to deal with things other than just physically harming people or killing people right off the bat. There's a line. I think we all know that. There's a line between good and, good things and bad things. I don't think that Sailor meant anything bad. I just think if Aaron wouldn't have done what Aaron did, he would have gotten hurt as well from Chapat or something like that.
I'm curious about your train of thought there. Seeing as when we had that scuffle in Kiel, you were very open about murdering those soldiers. Was that a thought-out decision for you, or did you just act on instinct?
Probably more instinct, also a hatred for soldiers. I guess hatred's a strong word. A strong dislike towards organized military, a system that I know very well and breeds people to think a certain way and only deal with stuff through violence, and it's still inherent in the way that I think and the way that I do things. And I can only change it so much.
See.
Like everything, it takes time.
Given the opportunity, would you have killed them regardless? If you could go back, would you not?
I don't know. Because as soon as I do something that I think is right, most of the time someone tells me that it wasn't right, or I find out something about what they were doing, and then I'm like, oh, they were bad people. Maybe I should have not. Maybe I should have done what I was supposed to and not spared them. You know what I mean? It's like those fucking guys that we ended up fighting with and ran into at the bank. Right? That bank is full of people's livelihoods, people's money that some of them may have worked hard for, or, are trying to keep or save up, stuff like that. I wasn't going to let them take it. And then I find out that they're semi-good, but not really. It's like, where do you draw the line? And then I can't control half the things that I do, and I hurt people not meaning to, right? It's the story of my life. I don't know if I would have changed anything. I think I probably would have done the same thing regardless.
Death is usually permanent. When you make the choice to kill someone, it is everlasting. The act of killing can be very short for how impactful it is. And it's something we choose to do almost every day, every fight we take, especially against other sentient creatures. I think it is always important to reflect on the decisions you have made to kill moving forward. But being regretful of the death you have caused is also a dangerous thing.
Yeah. Sometimes regret is one way to deal with it for a bit until it goes away. Deal with that all the time. But it's getting better. Being around you all has made it better, obviously. I feel like I have some sense of purpose, not just roaming around trying to, figure out where my next meal is going to be. I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like I'm helping and fighting and working with people that I think have semi-decent morality. But everyone has secrets. Everyone has stuff that they don't know about themselves. Everyone has things that they do they don't want to share with others. we barely know who Kree is. We're about to find out, but the only thing we've seen is that they help us when we need it. They heal us. They fight the bad guys for us and with us. There's things about Aaron we don't know. I just more recently found out things about you and Korrah. You guys just found out stuff about me, so we're all dealing with our own demons and battles and stuff. Not a lot we can do at the moment.
Korrah just kind of nods at that. I'm glad we can give you purpose.
Yeah, it feels nice. He smiles.
Korrah
Hopefully it
offers a smile back. As
Oh,
do
a
I.
rare
Yeah, a rare smile.
You have very nice teeth.
She rolls her eyes. Thank you.
You know I've said this before, but you're definitely the prettiest person out of the entire party. Be real.
Korrah laughs a little bit.
There it is.
You truly are a charmer, Feliccs.
I try my best. Maybe it'll work on Aaron one of these days.
I think you'll have to try it extra hard for that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Afraid if he patches things up with Alyssa, it's not looking so good for you.
I don't think he's going to patch up things with Alyssa. I've been this close to telling Alyssa that he just goes and sleeps around with people, but I'll just let that happen when it happens. She's bound to find out sooner or later. Like, come on. She's not dumb. And for as smart as Aaron is, he makes a lot of dumb mistakes sometimes. Not mistakes, choices. Especially in his love life. But let's figure that out sooner or later.
Aaron can certainly get a bit full of himself.
Who is it?
Also true. Well, that's all I really wanted to ask you. I just wanted to check in and make sure you were doing alright.
I'm doing as well as I can be at the moment.
Aren't we all?
I'm glad we're doing this for Kree. Also, I still haven't figured out the whole name thing. Is it like every day? Every other week? Is it 3 times a week? 4 times a week? I'm getting confused here.
I'm not so sure about the consistency either myself.
Okay, we'll figure that out sooner or later.
I'd have to have a conversation with him about that.
Yeah. It's hard to pry information out of that one for sure.
Well, I hope after we learn a bit more with what we're doing now, Sigli will feel more as a part of the group. I also want him to have purpose.
Yeah. Remember who was up for next watch? I know you don't need as much sleep as all of us, but I am tired.
I suppose. Go wake up Eden.
Okay. He just goes up to Aaron and just like gently pokes him in the middle of his forehead until he wakes up. Wake up.
What?
It's your turn for watch. Wake the fuck up.
I don't like taking second watch.
That sucks.
I fell asleep like 20 minutes ago.
It was 4 hours ago.
It's been 4 hours.
I have
Wake the fuck
insomnia.
Well, that's not my problem. It's your turn.
He'll get up.
Yeah, thank you. And then Felix goes straight to bed. He goes straight to sleep.
Korrah also goes to her tent.
Alrighty. Guys.
Is Aaron just by himself?
Oh yeah,
We're
that's
fine.
how watch works sometimes.
Unless he wakes up someone else, yeah. he's got night vision now, so
Yeah.
he's not a weenie.
It's just like kind of sad, but
I mean, does he want to wake up someone else?
no, he's not going to.
Alrighty. Well, you guys make it through your watch, unhindered. Get your long rest. Carry on
baby.
for another few days through the forest until eventually the forest begins to thin. And as the last trees pass behind you, you find yourselves in a place so barren it looks almost alien, almost like an ocean with all of the water removed. The endless flat expanse, windswept, the Kubilai Steppe. That's what we'll call it.
Wee.